Shrink it.
Slowly but surely, I am getting the hang of this. And testing 1, 2, we got some airtime now.
Testing, testing. April Fools, everybody. April
There's,
Fools.
there's no testes in this hangout. Not one, not two, not three.
It's just the ovaries.
The other parts.
Put some weight in it.
Put some weed in the girly parts. Okay.
All right. Whatever. Whatever you got to do, man,
Something,
to mellow
something.
you out.
You know what? It's good for everything. We were just discussing this.
That's right.
It's you can eat it, you can smoke it, you can build cars and airplanes out of it.
They make a female uh lotion for feminine parts
Well,
with
they make
the
regular
THC.
hemp lotion.
Yeah, well,
Oh, with the THC, really?
yes, yep. A
That's
lubricant.
interesting.
If I should say that, I probably shouldn't. Oh, my bad.
You can call it lube.
Okay, that's what I called it.
You did. What's up, my Fanksters? How is everybody? Are you all okay?
Are we gonna hire our frequency? Well, let's put some Tibetan singing bowls
Oh,
on.
I can do my actual bowl.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Do that. Let me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get hippy dippy up in this shit.
We're gonna spread the love, like Dan Pratt says. The video, it made me sound. It sounded like he was spreading peanut butter.
There you go. Or almond butter.
Put some
almond butter.
yeah, almond butter, maybe better.
Hemp butter.
Hemp butter, even better. Yeah. Put some hemp butter on it.
Let's see if we can make Zach cry again.
I think Zach is the one that had his eyes watering with that.
Yeah. See, that's just like water off a duck's back. Shake it off your tail.
Let me do my Hawaiian. This might piss the professor off, but let me do it anyway.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of tone this brings.
What is that? Like a didgeridoo?
Yeah, but it's like a shorter one, and it's from it's bamboo.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah, that is fun. That's it's good stuff.
Oh, watch page. I think that's me. I was just trying to load up my side chat.
All right, back to the singing bowls.
There you go.
So, Yvette, what'd you do today? Did you have good sun?
No, it was snowing actually this morning, but it was like that really flimsy snow.
You're being she
Yeah, it's like that flimsy snow. Yeah.
Good workout. Good workout.
Yeah, I was moving fence posts and just a lot of wood, really, a lot of old wood that we're gonna chop up or use it. I'm gonna try to use as much of it as possible, just building like the raised gardens and stuff. So
Yeah, that's good. Raised gardens are good. All kind of
yeah.
all form of garden is good. I actually was blessed. I got a little there was an opening at this little community garden which is just right down the street, and I've been wanting to get into it ever since I moved in here. And finally a place opened up, so I got a little plot down there that I can grow more vegetables now.
Oh, fun. Yeah, you were
Plus it's
talking
a
about that.
yeah, and it's a community, so I'll be able to get out there a little more. Talk about the flat earth.
There you go. You can just weasel it in a little bit, into casual conversation.
Yeah, right? Yeah. I'll try to do that casually and not be so blunt.
Right?
Yeah.
Just, have you ever like when you'll be out there and there'll be like a full moon in the sky, just be like, huh, isn't that curious?
Yeah, I showed that to the professor, and I'm like, and then I showed it to this other lady that um her and I are friends because of our dogs. But uh I showed her the sun and the moon, and I'm like, now can that really happen on a globe? I don't think so. And then today it was like the moon was really high in the sky when the sun rose this morning. It was weird. I don't know.
I was
Just
looking for it all day today. There was this like little wayward cloud that kept like, I wouldn't say following me, but it kept catching my eye. And I kept looking up thinking I would see the moon. I wasn't sure where it was today, but I was like, oh, well, it's not there. It was really weird. For some reason, I kept expecting to see the moon and didn't. It was just a weird kind of like,
it was up like mid sky at uh let's see, the sun came up at a quarter till 7. So that's when it was up mid sky.
oh, okay. Oh, so it was real early. I didn't get out till late in the afternoon because that's when it warmed up finally.
Yeah. And no, I'm not going to use Monsanto seeds. I've got I've got my own survival kit too of seeds, so
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah, I got the grandfather survival kit. It's called a barn full of corn and peas. It's like there's just old dirty jars of like just dried up corn and just
Yeah,
all
good.
kinds of stuff.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Nice.
BK says he was high when the sun rose too. That's funny. Nice play on words. Nice play.
Yes, nice play.
Limp wrench, Crow. What?
Oh, the crow. He's saying the girls are selfish.
I'll pull you
Oh,
in.
because we're still in chat. Because we won't let none of the boys come in.
Yeah, this is ovaries only and Crow because he wrote a song for Cynthia.
Yes.
Not because he has ovaries. God, you guys are rude.
Is he coming in?
Well, I don't know. Let me see.
I don't know.
I'm going to add him the old fashioned way.
Yeah. I guess Ace left us.
Yeah, I hope he comes back. I sent him the link.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of late. He has to get up in the morning.
No, it's Saturday tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but he's got to be at work at 6:30, and
Oh, he does?
yeah, and they're going up to Estes. It's going to be a good trip for him.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he definitely just has to go to bed then. I thought he was, like on a 9 to 5, or not 9 to 5, rather, Monday through Friday type gig.
No, he's got to work tomorrow.
I need to catch up with that boy. It's like the most quiet week talking to him ever. I'm like, where are you?
I know, it's probably because he's been working hard. It's
Yeah.
hard work. He likes it though.
Yeah, for sure. I like work too.
I like physical work too. I'm not the only time I ever sit down and behind anything a desk is when I'm in the game or on the YouTubes.
Right. Man, I used to spend just like days on end inside, like in my room on the computer, just completely oblivious to time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad. I mean, well, when I was in Albuquerque, I just didn't have a lot of stuff to do there. You know, I didn't have like, it was so hot there too. Like, you did not work in the daytime in Albuquerque. It's so freaking hot. It's like debilitatingly hot. And I get bloody noses like a big nerd if I get too much sun. So I have to, that's why I love it up here. It's 20 degrees cooler
What
at any
has
given
that
time.
happened? Has that happened your whole life?
Um, yeah, pretty much. I mean, since like high school that I can recall.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
and it's just so dry down here. You know, we do have a lot more drier climate, so you know,
Yeah.
on top of being too hot and
Man, your
such.
lightning storms though are freaking awesome.
Yeah, we have the best thunderstorms.
Oh my goodness, you do. I love
Yeah. Okay, small confession though. Like, I am terrified now of thunder. Like, I'm not afraid of anything literally, but now I'm afraid of thunder and lightning because one time in Albuquerque, it was just like the start of a storm, but it was like the light show was going on.
yeah.
But it was just so much electricity, and I was walking into my house, you know, and the wind was blowing and whatnot, and
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, like I felt like my house got hit by a bomb. Like I just this sound and like this weird pressure came around me, and I like dropped to my knees. I mean, like literally, it made me weak in the knees, and a lightning had just struck just outside my house, but like a transformer that was kind of like on the like in the alley behind my house. But it just and like for like 3 hours I had a knot in my stomach and my knees felt weak and I just was like, whoa, what the hell? And now, like when thunderstorms happen, I kind of freak out. I'm like just holding my breath, like waiting for something just to hit that close again. And it's really nerve wracking because I'm not afraid of it, like anything. I mean, I could be by myself in the pitch black of night in the middle of nowhere. And I'm just like, ooh, the stars are beautiful. You know, like I am not afraid. And yeah, I'm afraid of thunderstorms now. Confession
I used to
time.
be when I was little, I had a plate glass window blow in on me, and it was funny because I was playing paper dolls, you know, back in the day we had paper dolls, and
Hmm.
they were on the couch, that's where they lived, and they were going to the store. So, you know, I went off the couch to take the paper dolls to the store, and the wind sucked the window out and then blew it in. And if I wouldn't have gotten down on the floor, I would have been torn apart by the window. It was
Wow.
amazing that I didn't get hurt, but it freaked me out, and I was afraid of thunderstorms after that, but not anymore. Something happened where I'm not, but I can imagine being afraid of that lightning though.
Yeah, yeah, we do. I mean, I guess because it is so dry, so
Yeah,
we just
and
have
you do feel it in
amazing lightning
your
storms.
yeah. Jeez, that's scary shit.
I didn't know how to work that thing.
What thing?
What thing?
When you said it, you added me. I didn't know what you mean. I was looking for a link somewhere, but
Oh no, just yeah, you just go back to your hangouts and you'll be like, oh, there's a call.
yeah, just figured that out. I was like, oh, there's a new group.
Yep,
Balloons
yep.
for all. Big K's giving balloons to everybody.
Balloons,
So we
moon
can
balloons.
fly up into outer space.
They're man-made moon balloons.
Hey, Crow, you got anything to share?
Like videos,
Yeah,
my personal ones.
sure.
Yeah, I got. They're private right now. They're not released to the masses yet. I got
Well,
one.
we could have an April Fool's Day exclusive. Give us some
Yeah,
juicy stuff.
I
Yeah.
got I got like a quirky one I do that I make fun of Neil Tyson.
Oh, well, yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, it's nice to talk about it though. Right?
What?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to? What?
I don't know. Then I do another
Okay.
I got another one where I sing horribly, so that's awesome.
What song is it?
Uh, it's The Sound of Silence.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yes, but I do the kind of like the Disturbed version.
Um, so it's like the sound of chaos, maybe?
Hmm.
The silence of chaos.
No, it's pretty like haunting. The way they did it was pretty haunting.
Right.
So it's pretty.
Like in a Donnie Darko kind of way?
Yeah, I kind of like that
Yeah.
sound. Yeah, that movie is creepy. I still don't understand it, but like, did he just see the future, Donnie Darko?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Like he got almost like in a different timeline where
I
he
see.
was the future, but he knew he would be sent back. I don't know if he was like in some kind of loop,
See, yeah, and
but then he like dies. Yeah, it's so weird.
it's so weird because yeah, and that thing fall in his house, right? Didn't he something fall?
The airplane. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The motor, the fuselage. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. That movie's really cool. Like I've watched it several times, and I still have a hard time just kind of like putting it into words. I'm not really good at that
Yeah,
for that movie.
one was enough for me.
No,
The
it's
one,
definitely one of those movies you do want to watch more than once.
yeah, yeah. I
But
was watching like a on Netflix 237. I don't know if you saw that one. Room 237.
I never saw that. No,
It's about the movie Shining, and it's like
it's about Shining.
yeah, it's like many of the fans analyze everything about that movie, and
Oh, cool.
it's pretty fascinating. I thought it was gonna be stupid, but it's like there's so many like I guess Stanley was such a like 200 IQ or something like that, and he was so smart. He just put little things that you would like overlook, but if you analyze the movie, you could just see everything. So it's pretty interesting. Check it out.
I will.
I'm serious. Check it out.
I will. That sounds really interesting. I like rather than watching a movie, I like the analytical stuff. I like people talking about things rather
Yeah,
than watching
and
the thing.
and that's what they do. They just analyze his movie Shining. It's pretty amazing. Like that dude was smart. Stanley was smart.
Yeah, that's definitely no question about that. Rather,
Yeah, like I'll be honest, I barely knew about him prior to this month, probably. I just knew Shining. I just knew the movie Shining, not who directed it or anything.
here's Johnny.
Oh yeah, that's creepy.
I like the spoofs about the that movie, like
Do you?
on The Simpsons. You know, like when they have like no beer and no play make Homer something something.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure they did something like that. Trying to think of the episode.
Yeah,
Do
it's like
you
one of the Halloween episodes. It's one of the Halloween ones.
do you have
Pretty
a
sure.
scary movie that is there one movie that really scared you?
Um,
The Blob.
well,
Don't say The Blob. Really?
Back when the old one, yeah, I was young when I saw that. The Blob, and then Salem's Lot was another that scared the shit out of me.
I don't think I've
I
seen. I
guess
don't think I've seen.
seven. Well, see, for me, it's more about the psychological thriller part. You know, like that was disturbing, and Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, that scared you?
It didn't like scare me like but it was disturbing. So that
Yeah,
upsets me more than a startled kind of jolty jump or whatever.
yeah. I one of Stir Up Echoes got me. Stir Up. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that got me.
um, I think I have seen that.
It was like Kevin Bacon,
Yeah.
and he found that girl in a basement. Oh, it was crazy. It's just the way it was just the right settings. Another one is the Stranger with Liv Tyler. That was a good one.
The
Cause
Stranger. I don't think I saw that one.
yeah, cause they made it like it could happen to your area. It's just when they do that, when you can relate to it, they got you.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing. So when they're too gory or too just
Yeah,
bizarre, they're just entertaining, I guess. But I don't like gore anyway.
yeah.
But what was you just made me think of one as far as disturbing goes again. Oh man, I had it on the tip of my tongue and now I forgot it again.
I don't think I ever seen Clockwork Orange though. Somebody said that
Really? Clockwork Orange was pretty
is this
bad.
is it
I wasn't able to finish watching it. I've tried like 3 times and I can't like get past the whole like operatic rape scene part. I'm just like, what the
Yeah,
fuck am I watching? And I just turn it
yeah,
off. I
it's
just can't
bad.
get.
but is it horror or what? I thought it was just it
It's
didn't appeal to me.
yeah, it's
So
not horror per se. Again, it's just disturbing. It's like one of those.
uh
It's more like a mentally fucked up schizophrenic. Nobody can relate to schizophrenic or not schizophrenics, like psychopaths and stuff. So to me, that was just like too detached. Also, like
Totally
there are people
detached.
like that. Yeah, I don't know. I have a
Horrifying,
horrible
those guys.
echo.
You have an echo?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
hear
think
it.
it's my headphones. You hear it too?
Yeah, I thought it was one of you two.
Do you
Oh,
have your watch page on?
no.
Me? I
I
ha
Anybody?
have mine muted,
I have headphones, so
so
it,
he's all good.
yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I only have headphones too. I don't know what that is.
Is it do you think it's the singing bowls?
No, it's like literally an echo for me. I feel like I sound real distant.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
sound
know.
like you're in the tunnel. Like I can hear my voice right now, and I'm talking. I don't like that. Fix it.
I could turn you down. Maybe
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. Too
Okay,
loud.
man. There you go. I'm pretty.
Oh, that's too low, I think.
Have any of you girls experienced ghosts?
I haven't.
Uh, Sin?
What? What's a ghost?
Oh
I don't
my.
believe in ghosts.
I tell you what, I used to not, but I do now.
Why?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because I used to live uh in a house where it was so creepy. Like you could hear kids playing outside and there was nobody there. In the basement there was huge, always loud noises. And at nighttime you hear footsteps. Uh, I got scratched one time. That was crazy. And then
You got scratched from a ghost?
I kid you not. And then after that, we decided to get a digital camera and take pictures around, and we caught a ghost. You know, it
You'll
was a.
have to show.
I don't have it.
You were ghost busting?
Yeah, well, it was like that because we went to the attic, the basement. It was like we went everywhere because it was just too overwhelming. The rocking chair would move for no reason. It was just not cool. Now I don't know.
Did
It
you find
could be energy. I don't know what it was, but we we, I had it in my computer, and then my computer broke, and I lost everything.
hmm
But I was anybody that would come over my house, I was like show them. One lady was like, "You got the devil in your computer." I was like, "Well, get it
Oh.
out."
You can bless your electronic devices.
Yeah.
You
It's
think
like if it's for
the
spirits,
devil in your computer is the military?
it could be that too.
That's what I'm thinking.
You never know.
I mean, come on.
I was having some weird I guess you could call it phenomenon when I was in Albuquerque, but I never thought it was ghosts. But like just listening to what like Joel's saying, I I would catch voices a lot. I felt like I would always hear people like outside real clearly. Like almost like their voices were amplified into my house. And
Yeah.
I think my swamp cooler, um, because it's just like this big metal box on your roof, and I never had it running. I think it would pick up sounds and just like channel them back into my house. And I I would get like I would just be sitting in my room, and I would smell cigarette smoke, like if somebody was smoking right outside my window, and that creeped me out for a while because I was like, is somebody like watching me, just hanging out? So I would like always go check and stuff. It was really weird. It was real distinct, just cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
And like my friend was there. I'm like, can't you smell it? Like I could smell it again. And she'd be like, I don't smell anything. And so that stuff was weird. I'm like, okay, I have a brain tumor. Like that's a, that's where my brain went. Like I never thought ghost. I just was like, okay, I have a brain tumor. I'm
Yeah.
hearing voices and smelling cigarette smoke.
Well, I tell you, like our stuffed animal would be moved and stuff. It just like it would end up under the bed, and like nobody would touch it. It's like it was creepy. I believe there was something in there. I don't know what it was, but the picture proved to me that there was something there. Like
Right.
it could have been a demon. I don't know what it was, but
Well,
yeah,
it's usually people who live there before.
yeah.
Like I don't
I
think
was
ghosts
like,
usually can just go to other people's houses.
I would go upstairs like, please Jesus, please, please, don't let nobody attack me. That's how scared I was. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it was serious. Like, it was no joke. And I don't get scared easily like that, but
Yeah, I think that could be like energy
yeah,
imprints.
maybe, yeah.
I mean, like stagnant energy or something. I don't know. I don't really understand, but
Yeah, because I mean, even a camera could pick up energy. I was,
oh
I'm with
yeah.
that. I'm with that.
Well, I guess since we don't
Oh,
really
so
know where our soul resides, like it's not in any one thing. I think we can leave imprints, and maybe on objects that we love, like a piece of jewelry or wedding ring, and something like that could be in the house, and so that energy kind of like keeps
yeah.
them connected or like attached
Are you
to this
are
realm.
Can I ask chat if they can hear Yvette okay? Because I can hardly hear her.
Oh, let me see.
I could hear, what's going on?
I'm just asking chat
Oh,
because I don't know if they
No,
hear
it's
her.
good to have feedback.
And can you still hear the echo?
yeah,
I
I hear
still hear the
echo.
echo. That's why I turned it down.
Let me turn the chimes off and see. Now?
Hello, hello. No, there's a little bit.
Is
Yeah,
it better?
I hear it.
Oh dear.
I hear my voice again. What's wrong with this?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know I don't have.
Yes, echo, echo, echo.
Oh,
It's like the Grand Canyon.
I guess they hear the echo too.
Yeah.
they hear
That's,
echo, and I don't hear echo. Maybe,
Maybe
wow.
it's the ghost in our machine.
maybe
Ooh, you
it's the
brought it with
ghost
you,
in the
Paul.
machine.
Wow, what a plot twist. You just blew my mind.
I think I did.
Yes. I'm now convinced there is ghosts.
Is it a super annoying echo chat, or can you deal with it? Because it's
I
not too bad for me. It sounds more like a distant.
I
I
don't
don't
like to hear
know.
my voice, so you gotta fix it.
I
Just kidding.
I like.
Whoa, you got a
I
lot of
could.
tests.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
could
mute my
like.
mic and then you guys see if you still hear it.
Okay.
Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Oh no, it was Cynthia.
It is Cynthia. I knew
Yeah,
it was
because I
her.
don't
I
hear it
knew it.
now at all.
I knew it was her. Nah, just kidding. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
No, well, I think a
I
long
think
time
it
ago
was me. Let
it was.
me go in and out.
Yeah. Are you on headphones, Cynthia, or are you like talking into your computer microphone?
I don't know. You gotta
Oh, I
ask
think
her
she's
again.
trying to adjust things. I can hear her Apple computer clicking. She's got an Apple, right? I could tell. They have that distinct click click
I got
mouse
a.
pad sound.
I got an Apple.
Yeah, that touchpad Apple
Yes.
one click thing. I can't stand Apple computers.
You hear it?
Yeah, I do. I hear the click.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's loud.
Weird.
It's like pressing the pop up button on like a baby food jar. Pop, 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 pop,
Well, that's
pop.
pretty detailed.
Yeah, it is
Can you,
detailed.
And I was
That's what it sounds like to me.
like, what does that sound like? I made me think of things that does sound like to me, so you guys
It
can
sounds like
relate to
a
it.
food jar.
You ever seen a jar? It
You
clicks.
know this jar? Yeah. You don't want to eat the contents if the top is popped.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Because oh yay, and no echo.
No echo. See, we were blaming Yvette.
I
I know
know.
Well,
I'm always dealing with the problems. And
yeah,
actually I
Hey.
remember it like a while back, like maybe a month or two ago, that you had gone to sleep and I was like, finally my echo went away and people could hear me. And I was like, it was Cynthia, but you didn't hear us because you had already gone to bed. And I just completely forgot about it till just now.
What? Why do you think that it's just I had to go in and out, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure. I think because it's playing on your computer as we talk and we get feedback, even if it's just the Hangout page and not the watch page, like it can still be too much, I guess. It's not separated.
did Khan get
I
the
don't
link?
know. Oh, no, does he want it? I wasn't. Oh, is he in chat?
Yeah,
Hey,
he's
hey,
in chat.
Conk. Yeah, I can add him.
See,
Well,
okay,
here
remember when
I can put a link in.
you said you added
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get. I was looking for a message. I didn't get a message. That's why I
No, you
was.
don't get a message. You're just added to the call, and so when you open
Okay,
Hangout,
so when you
get in the
said
conversation list.
that's when you said I added you, I should have just gone to Google Plus.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
only way. Because I was waiting for a message. See,
Hangouts.google.plus you can go to also.
yeah, I'm a noob.
It's okay. There's like a million different ways to be able to get sent this link. So
Yeah.
let me catch up a little bit on side chat. We were talking about ghosts. I got all into it. I guess I
Yeah.
do maybe believe a little bit in ghosts because
Oh, see, I
I,
told
I,
you.
I probably wouldn't have been that interested in the story, but it was
Man,
fun to talk about.
man. Oh, you got another story that you know?
Um, well, I just I live out in the mountains, so there's always weird stuff happening. Um,
Oh, I'll tell you
so it's
something.
kind of hard to tell. Yeah,
Uh,
tell us something.
Okay, so I've been unplugging my Wi-Fi so I can have dreams, right? Or
what?
remember my dreams and have better dreams. My own dreams, not some whatever. Anyways, I'm sleeping and I'm hearing like voices. And I'm like, "Oh, there must be somebody outside walking, Sometimes you can hear the people outside walking, but it's
Yeah,
like 2 in the morning.
I'm telling you.
And I wake up and I listen, and there's the owls out there. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm like, oh, it was the owls. They were sounding like people when I was in my dream. It was weird. It was like they were talking like people, like I understood them.
maybe
And
the dream is like a filter, and you can talk to animals.
maybe
Uh,
that is what. Oh, look at that.
no, you know, there's a
I thought that
movie.
was crazy.
There's a movie.
Yeah, that's neat.
There's a movie where people thought they saw owls, but they were really aliens, based on a true story. So you never know. Those
Wait,
owls.
say that again.
Yeah,
The owls are the aliens?
yeah. They had dreams where an owl would appear in the window, and they thought it was just strange because people were they were reporting these owls, but they were really aliens. But I don't know if it was like mentally changing their perception. I don't know. It was a popular. It's called the fourth kind or something like that.
Close
It's a
Encounters of the Third Kind?
no, no, no.
Oh.
It's similar, but it was based on Alaska. It's based on yeah, that Snack
And
to the
Snack is saying
Future. Yeah, that
Mila
one.
Jovovich movie?
Yeah, that was supposed to be based on a true story. But yeah,
Huh.
they were seeing owls, and they
I
kept
love Mila.
so I don't know. I think Cynthia saw an alien. That's what I take from it.
No, no, I have two owls. I have a couple owls that hang out. They live around here, and sometimes, when I go on my night walks, they're
Uh,
on the and you can hear them hooting all over, because this is their territory. So, oh, and one time there we have a falcon that lives here too, and the
Wow.
dog and I were up early walking I was walking the dog, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? There's feathers falling from this pine tree, right? Just feathers. I'm like, what is that? And I look, and here's this falcon munching on this pigeon.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was like right there. It was so cool,
It's like
man.
just crunching its bones. It's like,
It was
ah.
munching the pigeon, yeah, and the feathers were going everywhere. It was
Oh
something
my.
else to see. And it was right there. You know how something is like right. It was right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. Anyways,
Yeah, Snack says movies hit you in ways you don't even understand. Yeah, sometimes I'll watch a movie like AI. I remember watching AI, and I felt like I had no opinion of it. I just something was like not. I don't know. I couldn't cognate it. I didn't know. Like I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning. The first words out of my mouth were, "I hate that movie." And like it just became clear why, and like I was just going off on it. But it was so weird. Like just as soon as it ended, I felt like blank. This is really weird.
see, the movie is the fourth kind. See,
Yeah, the fourth kind.
what did I say? The fourth of the kind, or kind of a fourth, something
No, I
like
think
that.
you said fourth kind, but
Yeah,
I thought you were trying to remember, and I thought of Close Encounters of a Third
yeah,
Kind.
yeah. I remember that one,
Yeah,
and the
so
that's
Echoes
old
back.
school.
hi, John Conk.
I liked Vanilla Sky actually. Some people told me
I
they
didn't
don't.
like it either.
I totally have no memory of any movies I've watched since everything is symbolism now. I just erased it from my memory.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
can, I'm
Conk.
here. I think.
Hi guys.
Sorry.
Sorry.
How's it going? You're okay. You don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
I don't like to do that kind of thing, man. I really don't, man. I think I put it out in my vids that I didn't want any kind of negative crap like that on my show. I'm sorry. I nutted up. I just can't deal with this amnesia that Jeff has. You know what I mean?
It sounds like it was building up. Maybe, it's a good cleansing.
It wasn't ending. It was a never-ending roast, and I don't like getting roasted. I mean, a roast is the thing where you roast your buddy and then he roasts you back, and you both laugh about it. It's not a one-sided deal where somebody continues it on, and and then acts like it doesn't happen. That's the part I hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I understand.
So anyway, I apologize because maybe I'm just not cut out to do the
Yeah,
it wasn't really on purpose anyway. I didn't even mean to do the chat tonight. I just pushed a green light in my freaking email. Next thing you know, I had a chat up there, and went with it. You know what I mean? No, seriously, it was one I opened up from the other day, and then I went
Yeah,
ahead.
for sure.
I changed the name on it, but if I'd had a little bit more time, I would have done it because it was a good day to do it. But I was kind of in a good mood. I just wanted to bring positive stuff and stay on the page of I'm just not a gossip. I don't really care what happened at Glowbuzzers yesterday. I mean, I didn't want to even watch it all. I watched part of it. I mean, but it's just not, we've got our own bag and our own shit. I don't see why we have to worry so much about other people's. Our own thing is popular to our people and to us. I don't see why we have to change our way for anybody else's. And you guys are kind of like me. You get tired of the bickering and the fucking shit all the time. How can that prove the flat earth?
I agree. I'm always like moving on. I don't even watch other people's channels. I certainly don't have anything to say about them. I
The
have
only
like,
reason I went by, I seen it on the front of the net yesterday, and I seen everybody was there, so I stopped in and listened. I've only seen him once before, and the time I saw him once before, they actually showed something really good. I forgot what it was, and I complimented him, and he mailed me back and was really nice. But that's the only time I've ever even been to Glowbusters. But I
yeah.
mean,
No, I really like Darren and Bob. Honestly, I really like Jaren's videos, and I think Bob
And
was
I
the
like
guy.
Pat Spear, you know what I mean? I like all these people. I don't want to be on that. Oh, I hate Mr. Green Jeans. He never feeds Dancing Bear. And Dancing Bear bit Captain Kangaroo. I just get tired
Right.
of doing that. You know what I mean? I'm friends with Pat. I want to be friends with Glowbusters and Jaren and everybody. I don't want to
Right.
be I don't want to be the angry flat earther. And so I had to stand up to him, and I don't think I'm wrong a bit. I could go and pick every time he's ever insulted me is online right now. I can put them all on a site tomorrow and do that if I wanted to put all that. I mean, I might do it, but that's negative energy. I'd much rather start my story and film it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at the positive thing
Right.
Crow just did, man. That's the kind of shit I want to do. I worked on Pat Spears. I worked on Pat's song all day. I was going to sing that online tonight, not talk about who's a fucking psyop and how the world's going to kill themselves when they find out we're a flat earth and all this silly fucking shit that he believes because he's living in his garage, I guess. I talk to people every day out on the street that are business people, people that work in restaurants, people that ride buses. Everyone I tell it to gets a smile on their face, and they put it right together with Genesis, okay? I mean, I haven't seen anybody that says, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna eat a whole bottle of Vicodin and drink a bottle of Stoli and jump in the bathtub, I just haven't seen that.
Yeah. Well, I call that a good time. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, a bottle of Stoli and a bottle of Vicodin might, a good time, boy, you're a partying girl. I mean, that's a lot.
That calls
No,
it
no,
a
but I agree.
Thursday.
What I don't like is that that we're like talked for. Like, oh, there's like this rivalry. Like, we don't like them, and we, for
Exactly.
whatever reason.
Quit
Yeah.
fucking getting me in here on your gang at Guantanamo. I don't want to go. I'm a normal
Yeah, I
guy
never
with a
wanted to
normal
do
life,
that.
a normal record. I don't want to bring down society to pollute the flat earth. I don't. I want society to go, fuck yeah, those lying bastards, and they're doing the chemtrails, and they're doing this shit. And I want us to stand up like our founding fathers, take our Constitution, and take our country back. I don't want to flush the whole thing down. Do you guys want to live in a third world country? I don't want to.
Nope.
And people talking that way is going to get us all arrested, okay? That's what I was trying to say tonight. And then he comes in the middle of my chat, tells me I'm crazy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be bloviating in the middle of your chat. I just wanted to straighten out the people in chat might not know what the heck happened. You know what I mean? But I listened
Yeah,
to
I
him.
think they get it though. Yeah, go ahead though.
I listened to him for, Jesus, 20 minutes, you know what I mean, while I was in cooking, and I just kept getting more angry and more angry. And I thought, I can't be the only one. And then I come back and the whole board, nobody's even moving, And it's just like, oh, nobody's saying nothing. And and then Ron's going, yeah, go, Jeff, go, Jeff, go, Jeff. Left, Jeff. And then he gets in here and he's correcting me. I'm going to go get a ticket to fucking Alaska tonight. I swear. Anyway, sorry, guys, I'm done. I'll mute myself.
Okay.
Anyway, when I ever do anything like this again, they ain't getting links, okay? Period. That's done.
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be, I mean, most hangouts aren't just free-for-alls, like people do have some kind of order and control. And we got, a good set of residents, guess we could call them residents now, I don't even know what that means, but,
They're
if
not
someone
community
starts a
members.
chat on
This
their
is your
channel,
chat.
that's not. Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
your
if someone
chat,
starts
okay?
it on their channel, that's their chat, I mean, we
Yeah.
started something, but it doesn't mean it's ours, it's not Ace's, it's not Jeff's. It's, if you started on your channel and nobody else did, cool, everybody go to that channel. It's like going to a friend's house. If I go to my friend's house, I don't act like it's still my house.
Well, I
So,
invite everybody, but the theme was April Fools and the Globe and stuff, not what they did on Globebusters yesterday and everybody being, I mean, I just don't want to do that. I mean, Jesus, I put out 4 videos in 3 days saying that, and somehow he missed it. Yeah, I mean, I thought he knew everything in the flat earth. How did he miss that? I mean, I got all kinds of new subscribers and new friends and people telling me they love me and all this stuff, but somehow Jeff Stewart missed that, and then he came into my front room and shit a big old brick and tells me that he didn't. I mean, I
you're
don't
not psyopy enough, I think. You need to
know.
be more psyopy. You need to be more psyopy.
I just
making
don't
up a new
like
word.
Psyopy.
No, he needs to
Psyopy.
It's like
he's
a
like Robert. He doesn't share airtime with everybody else. I may bloviate for a 5-minute stretch, but then I shut off and I let other people talk. I mean, You don't sit there for 30 minutes going on and on and on, like number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. I mean, hell, like people don't have that long of a focus factor in this thing here. You know what I mean? They got to kind of,
Absolutely.
you can't go on for 20 minutes talking about fucking somebody's dirty laundry, and pretty soon people are going to be going, what the fuck is he talking about again? You know, I mean, why doesn't he realize this? I thought he was our God, you know?
Yeah, I definitely don't have an attention span for like long monologues. I tune out and I start chatting on the side chat. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
that's right.
normally not listening if somebody's just
Hey, I
waxing
wouldn't
on
have went off so
forever.
bad if he'd have just respected me a little bit, but he's got this thing of he could just be the last word in Flat Earth on everywhere he goes. He was not at his house. The other night when I was doing my act at his place, he interrupted me a bunch of times, and I said, mute this man. And then I realized I was on his chat, and I said, oh, never mind, I'm sorry. And I let him interrupt me because I was being polite, because even though it bugged me that I was getting interrupted in the middle of my act, I was at his house. And right now I'm bloviating at your house, so I'll leave it at that. But it's just all about having manners, and this was obviously a themed show. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like we got sabotaged again. You know, me and Sim tried to do it on Wednesday, and then he popped up with a chat and wouldn't turn it off. He was dead set on doing it. And tonight I accidentally do a chat on Friday, and he pops in and domineers it, which I was fine with him being here. I like the guy. You know what I mean? But just taking it and then telling everybody that they're all fucked up and we all do the stupid shit. And he, you know, I get tired of hearing that we're all not valid. I
Right?
mean, what
Or
are we
Yeah.
supposed to
people aren't
do?
doing things right.
Well, how can we personally prove the flat earth? I think talking about it the way we do, like and say, you know, my silly poems and crows freaking rap and just Cindy, how come everybody knows her because she's so wonderful and helps everybody. And that's how the flat earth I want to be known with, not the one that comes on crying about crashing society and everything else. That's just some crazy shit. That's overthinking the situation. I mean, yeah, it might cause
Overthinking is
mass hysteria.
definitely.
I'm sure people at NASA might be drowning themselves, but I don't think we will. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bet.
No, I was saying I definitely think people overreact to, or overanalyze, or over criticize. Even it's like if I watch a video, I just kind of like cool. If I got something out of it, if I didn't, like on to the next one. It's like awesome. Somebody's taking the time out of their day, their time and energy to put something together for flat Earth, or for any other topic really. And I think that's awesome. I don't usually have complaints about other people's videos or the way they do them. So
Anything is
I,
awesome, isn't it? Trying to put something into it, that's somebody putting in. That's not anybody taking out. Doesn't matter how
yeah,
small it
essentially.
is. If you put a penny in a jar with all a bunch of quarters, you put something into that jar.
Yeah, that's what I told Patricia on the show. I respect everybody that do video because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Whether it's 5 minutes or 2 hours working on a video, it's time consuming.
People listen though. See, I had 3 people that joined my stuff today and apologized to me for not having videos out. And I said, you don't have to. I go, listen, you're viewing mine and viewing it. You're part of this. I go, don't feel that way at all. I go, if you feel like doing videos someday, do them. But if you don't feel guilty because you don't have any videos, I couldn't even believe I read those comments, and I know right why they're there. You know what I mean? I mean, this is serious stuff when you get up here. And I mean, if they're going to lock anybody up, you guys, I'll write you because I'm going to be first for some of my outbursts. But
No,
I mean,
let's bring our seeds when we all get locked up
yeah,
together.
you guys come on down. It's beautiful down here. The beach is awesome. If I could just get out of this cage to go look, you know. I mean, the thing is, it's a fuck of a lot more important what I showed about what Hillary Clinton and Obama and these people are saying right now in the news than it is about what fucking Max Egan, who the fuck cares who Max Egan is, says,
I
okay?
don't.
I don't give a flying feek. I turned off of that yesterday because I was laughing at what he was saying. Why bring it up on my show, on a holiday show, my kid's birthday, when I was trying to warn people what Hillary Clinton, the demon in the well, is doing, okay? You guys seen The Ring? That's her, okay? We do not want her thinking about throwing us flat earthers into jail to take the mind off of where Benghazi or whatever, man. We don't want to go. This is some serious shit here. I've been in this politics big time since '93 and way before it. I'm warning you guys, we're walking on some fucking thin water, and that's what the only thing heavy I wanted to say that tonight. And then I wanted to blow into some fun of bringing, Crow's vid and whoever's vid and just have some entertainment and some fun. But I shouldn't have to explain. I mean, there's Ron up there telling me that I needed to shut up in my own chat and listen to Jeff. And I mean, am I wrong, or is that why we have our own channels to start something?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, I think Jeff has been inappropriate numerous times, and
and that's I would forgive him for that. What pisses me off is this fucking amnesia shit. Like, oh honey, I don't know where you got that black eye, but I didn't do it. Did you walk into the door on the way to work? No, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on.
yeah.
Can he really deny the Super Bowl day or the day that? Who is the guy from England named Dan? I keep calling him England Dan, but that ain't his name.
No, I think Nathan.
No, not Nathan. The guy that went totally bonkers Glober after he'd been like 100 pages of flat Earth.
Oh yeah, Tiger Dan.
Yeah, remember when you guys might have missed that because he pulled it really quick. But Tiger Dan put out one of his first vids before he flipped, saying that he thought it was a globe, and Jeff come right out going, "I told you, stupid people, not to do," and he just got on all this high hog, and it's just like, next day it was gone. No video from Jeff bitching everybody else for being so stupid to believe in the flat Earth, and he totally ditched on the flat Earth, bailed on it. Then a day later, or 2 days later, he's back doing the flat Earth, and then it went on for about another month, and then he pulled his crap at the Super Bowl. Okay. And we all know what happened there, kind of. I don't know what happened. I just remember seeing that horrible video, and then, you know what I mean? And, of course, he doesn't remember that either. He doesn't remember saying the moon was fake with Robert, and you guys got my back on that one already, so that's a dead issue. But still, there's 3 without me having to dig real hard, and he's still saying in front of Ron, and Ron's back in his play like it's just conk again. And I'm sorry, Vet. I just wanted to let you know that that's why it gets me, because my mind is like a calculator. I remember all this crap, and I've forgiven him for it, but please don't deny it. I've got it it's on YouTube. I can pull it up. You know what I mean? It's like, I did not have sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky, and then she brings the dress to court. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I can beat the guy's balls off in court. I don't want to do that. I don't want to shame him, but I don't want him to sit there and argue with me in front of my 12 friends and tell me and I'm fucking nuts here. I'm not going to do that. Carl, am I wrong?
No, you're not. I think it's just lack of communication. People are not letting other people listen. I mean, they're not listening to what's being said. I think that's the key thing.
Could you explain that to me? Because I pretty much know what he said, and I pretty much called him on it, and then he pretty much said I was imagining it. So I don't know how what you said means anything, but I mean, can you explain it to me? I'm just lost here.
I'm just saying, like, when you were mentioning Ron, he just wasn't listening. He just talking over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're totally right. Yeah, but that's kind of like what he does. Every time I make a point about religion or God or anything, he'll butt right in and go, oh, well, yeah. And then just start talking about all the little animals. It's just a technique. I've called him on it in the email and out in public already, and he still uses it. So I think it's just a technique that he uses. And he used it to get Jeff's water. I mean, I'm running your chat. Vet, you go ahead. I'll listen to you guys.
Yeah, Ron's a psyop, for sure.
Psyop.
Psyop.
Is that official?
We're gonna get Ron'd up now. Hey, nice.
I have spoken.
I like that picture.
Oh yeah, nice. That would be a cool stencil.
Anyway, should I blow my horn again? What time is it here?
Is that Scottie Pippen?
11:30. Nope, can't blow my horn.
Oh, weed.
Are these baseball cards or like garbage
It's
collectors?
What are the weird
Olympics. It looks like Olympics.
They're
I'm like, are they the garbage pail kids?
I was talking with the mute off. That's so funny. Okay, no, says Stony Jordan. He's a rapper.
Oh,
oh,
And he left these cards all over in the pot shops here, but he's like he's imitated Michael Jordan. It's just kind of cool. You guys, I'm sitting there talking, you couldn't even hear me. I muted myself. Should have done that an hour or two ago. Sin, thank you for getting my back. I love you very much. I know you were down in chat and you didn't hear what was going on, but thank you for coming and getting my back.
yeah. We love you, Conk.
I gave you a hint down there. I went down there and shot a mail right before it happened saying he's shitting in my punch bowl. And I let it go on for another couple minutes.
Floating turds. Nobody likes a floating turd in their punch bowl. I don't.
No, floating turds are not good. Well, wait, it depends, I guess. Not in the punch bowl, let's just say.
Well, if I go to jail, it's going to be for my own deeds, not for his mouth. That's just where I'm at. I've been there since the day he called that Jamaican guy a nigger and went on and on and on about it, and then about how his friends all call him nigger. He didn't want to be called nigger tonight. That's really crazy. You know, and I go, well, you said all your friends call you nigger. I go, what's the deal? And anyway, that's when it kind of shut him up, I think, because that's when I didn't hear from him anymore.
Well, I think he got muted.
Oh, well, thank you.
I muted him. Sorry.
See, that's how it pays to be illiterate about this stuff sometimes.
It's all good. But yeah, so.
So, did you guys find any?
hey, Conk, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts, buddy?
Oh, yeah. I've seen them, actually.
Tell them about your Skype.
Ooh.
Tell them about your Skype, Conk.
What's that?
Tell them about your Skype.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's probably something everybody has, but, you know, my computer's been really screwed up for pretty much since I went on that show that night on the Cobra show. And it's been really like it's been getting heavily bugged. You know, I have to unplug it and it does weird stuff. But when I turn my computer on or I turn it off, it goes, sounds like a woman, you know, like a sound of a sexual moan. And it sounds really bad when I unplug it. It's really bad. I mean, like, oh, and so
It's like it's dying.
yeah, oh yeah, it's terrible, and it's every time, and it's obviously a recording. It's really weird. I mean, and so when I went to shut down today, I was talking to Sin, and I went to shut it down because it started freezing up on me, and then because I was trying to send her something important, and when it, you know, sometimes they freeze it when I'm doing that, so they froze it, so I killed it. And it didn't go off, and I came back, and it said I had 4 programs open, which I didn't have any open except for Gmail. And I didn't see the other 3, but the other 2, but the one program was Skype, and it's off. I haven't turned it on, but the one time I've used it, I mean, I've looked at it, but it's not on. And so I went, well, you bastards are looking at me through my own camera. So I unloaded Skype. It took like 15 minutes. And then it just kept saying, are you sure you want to unload Skype? And then it says, you'll have to tell us why. And that's exactly what it said. It says, you'll have to tell us why. And I couldn't believe the word of that. It's like a person was talking to me. And I said, because I want to. And I pushed the button and it unloaded. And it went, oh. I mean, seriously. That's the beginning of AI and computers trying to become part of us.
The other way around too. So like when you turn it on, when you plug it back in, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. I mean, there's some weird shit out there that we could talk about that's not even angry and shit. You know what I mean? I mean, there's lots of stuff. And that's all I've been saying on my vids is, man, come on, guys. And what's funny is when I did that yesterday or day before, whenever it was, Pat Steer's theme was the same thing. Globebuster's theme was the same thing. You know, what I'm trying to tell you guys is we're on the verge of either being with the big guys, with our chat, or we're going to be with the little guys that put people down. I want to, if we're going to do this, I want to be with the respectable people from our own angle, from our flat club, from Ace's chat. You know what I'm saying? Us people that are sitting right here right now are the ones, minus Ace. We're the ones. You know, it's not Ron. It's not anybody else. I've watched chat. I've watched who they like, who they want to see. I know. and we're the ones. Okay, I can tell you right now that people in chat, they might have ran over to Jeff's or whatever, but you know, they'll be back. They'll get tired of hearing this constant negativity. And God bless Brother Jeff. I wish that whatever happened to him that day hadn't have happened. I pray for the man. But something happened, guys. He started hanging out with Robert, and he went night and day. Now, I'm old. I've seen my own friends, my own family. I've seen people turn. I've turned. Sometimes things change. You can have a drink of milk one day and go back and get out of the same refrigerator the next day, and it's rotten. Shit happens. And I can just tell you that I don't do anything that's untoward or a lie or wrong. I'm an asshole. I'm a son of a bitch. I'm a bastard. You can call me all that. I can be more than that. But I would die for any one of you. And I mean that, because I'm to that point in my life where honor matters more to me than money or peer pressure or friends or anything. You know what I mean? And your friendship, your guys' friendship is part of that honor now. And that's, I mean, I didn't used to be this good a person. You don't get it overnight. You know what I mean? You don't. You know, I've mentored kids and people working for me for 30 years. I thought I was a well-rounded, grown-up guy. But I've grown up more in the last 4 years since I've been able to pull off the TV completely and get my mind clear and get with God and just get with nature and just, you know, and believe it or not, having YouTube. I mean, I've got most of my education, you know, out of YouTube, but YouTube enhances and updates and keeps you on your toes to go look at the other sources. And that's what it's good for. It's a facilitator to knowledge.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
I think.
No,
I mean,
it is. I think it
people
democratizes
that only take
education.
all their knowledge off of YouTube, they're going to have a YouTube sensibility. And I've noticed this on chat. There are some people that have got all of their knowledge from YouTube, and it's wrong. I mean, it's wrong for them. It makes them look YouTubian. You know, I don't know how to say it any
Yeah.
other way. They need to,
Well,
what they
no,
need to
because
do.
there's definitely stuff they don't know how to check sources and stuff, and they'll just believe a video, like a channel, you know, and it's like that guy provided no proof, no sense of anything. He did not teach you anything, and now everybody's repeating that lie. And that, I mean, I've been called a shill before because I'm correcting people. I'm like, I'm not a shill. I just don't like it when people say erroneous shit, you know. And I'm not saying like anytime they have a proof they're saying wrong things, because they are methodical and they're showing their steps and what they've done. But when people
No,
just like repeat
no.
stuff
As
like,
far as I'm concerned, if I
oh
was going to
yeah,
make the Star Trek
you
crew,
know,
you're
Michelle
one of the
Obama's a
crew.
man, you know, Michelle Obama has a penis, you know, people start saying it like it's true and believing it. It's like, come on, people, like, don't you have something better to talk about? This is not
No, every one of
anything.
us has their purpose, and you have done that. The day I met you, you and I got into it. But you know what? You were right, and you monitor right, and you keep an eye. You're in tune with what's going on. Sin's the same way. Ace has got his good points. I got my good points. I know when to call bullshit on something. That's one of my good points. You know, otherwise we sit there and we eat crap and we let people make us look like shit forever. Jeff wasn't an easy one to toss off my fucking show. I ended up shutting my show down. You know what I mean? But I wasn't gonna let him tell me and tell us what we are. I heard that 3 or 4 days ago, hearing everybody agrees with me, blah, 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 blah. And then he put like 10 people down in a row. I made a point to go right online and saying, I don't agree with him. To Andrea, who's now at our chat, you know, the guy from Italy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a video to ram up our ass because of Jeff. And I just talked to him, told him the truth. Look, we're all a bunch of good people. He doesn't speak for us. And now the man loves us and comes to our chat. And Sin's the one that told me about the guy's video. You know, I mean,
I didn't see that video.
it was great, but we were in there and arguing, and you know, mainly it's, you know, Jeff and me, and it made me wake up. That and Sin and everybody just saying, you know, and it's made me wake up to this. I'm not going to play along with this anger because it plays into their stereotype of us that they're going to use against us, and it's not the way we are. But you know how the media does things. They'll take one soundbite from high school, and you'll see it, you know, 400 years later when you're wanting to do something with your life. You know what I mean? And that's what they're going to do to us. They're going to wait till we get popular and make it, and then they're going to pull out some of these vids.
That's why I like that guy's videos, because he pulls things out, and you're like, wow, look at that. You know, I mean, it's amazing what.
If he, yes, exactly, Cindy. If he can tell being a foreigner in Italy,
Yeah,
then we're doing something wrong.
yep. And he
Yeah.
gives us a different perspective, and it's always good to look at everybody's perspective and use your discernment. And what happened tonight happened. Now we need to just move on.
Well, God bless Dan Pratt because I've done nothing but give him shit, and he's subscribed to me tonight, and God bless him. You know what I mean? Because he was one of the first ones I got on about the anger, and I've never given him two decent words in my life, and I just want to tell him bless him, and I'm going to come to his site and look at him with a little bit more open eyes, because I am a fair man, and I don't get pissed and face somebody up unless it gets to that point. And it wouldn't have if he just said, "Yeah, Conk, you're right. I've shot a little bit too much on your thing," and just back down and come back in 5 minutes. But he didn't do that. He stood up and acted like, "Well, I'm Jeff Stewart. I'm the flat Earth everything." You know what I mean? And that ain't the way to act on somebody else's shit. Go ahead, guys. I'll just smoke and pass out here.
Oh, do you need to go to bed?
No, I'm not tired though. That's the thing.
Oh,
I usually take Benadryl, but I don't.
okay.
Yeah, get some water in you though, like if your head's hurting.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys talk a little bit. I'm gonna actually get some water myself. So I'll be right back. I won't be like long.
I'm gonna be forced to talk to Cynthia. This is awkward.
You know what? I'm gonna go get some water. That actually sounds like a winner.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to get water too then.
All right.
I don't like this. Somebody help me. Somebody try.
Get some water.
I sent you that song. Did you get my message?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully it sounds better than the video. Yeah, hopefully it sounds better than the video because I was listening to it and it just sounded so low, the vocals. So I had to change a few things.
You know what? And that's the kind of your stuff is the kind of stuff that young people and middle people will love, and people my age too. But I mean, that's all positive stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, how are they gonna throw you in jail and give you tickets and say you're ruining society with that? They're not. They're not even gonna try because you're a hero for doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just helped somebody with their video.
Okay, so
And
I got this. So you want
It's
to?
in their channel. I let them use it for his channel.
You get a lot more bees with honey than you do with vinegar.
Yes.
Welcome back. Oh, here it is. Can you hear it?
What are we listening to? Oh, the song.
Got your back, some don't know how to act. Shout out to my boys, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. It's a miracle, got your back, some don't know how to act. Shout out to my boys, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Scarecrow, got your back, don't know how to act. Shout out to my boys, just bought me a snack. Never know, they kinda rough, but you know I roll with you, cause it make you hang gotta throw the stuff, but when it comes to good friends, you know this is the must. Take a hit of this is, and you know that when we get lost, take a quick peek, sit back, relax, and just pause. Gotta look around so I don't get caught by the bus, but we know how we hit the sauce. Hot like potato toss, now we on the break like we Rachel and Raw. Scarecrow, got your back, so I'm gonna act. Shout out to my boys, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Scarecrow, got your back, so you don't know how to act. Shout out to my boys, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Throw some weed on the ish, the earth is still flat. Don't give a ish to any dog. I met a lot of early calls. For real for these birds, so I fly high and never fall. Then we hit the hangout and we just gonna have a ball. Now I'm gonna set it off. My profile pic on Google Plus. Gotta pit my Under Armour hoodie.
Dropping stuff.
He wanted me to quit. I saw him in the chat. The dogs wanted to.
He needs to leave the cam on. That way we know who's like clowning around.
All right, that's my MP3.
Yay!
Thank you, Pro. That did
Save
sound.
the drama for your mama.
Save the drama for your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been just like anti-drama. Like I could go on a good rant, but like I don't have like a grudge memory. Like I'm over it like so quickly.
Oh,
And
it makes my blood pressure just climb like doing crank or something. You know what I mean? I can't
yeah,
stand
I stopped. Yeah, I was just like whatever. I'm just tune
pressurized.
people out.
I've been pressurized my whole life. I like being not pressurized.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I don't like being lumped into this like cult mentality, oh, I said so and I don't like these people, therefore you all have to be with me and we all don't like them and if they talk bad about me, it's all of you. Like, no, you're a grown up, we're all adults, stand by the shit you say and it's between you and them, like don't include me in all that.
I
Like I
don't
don't
even
give
know
a
what
fuck.
to say. You know
Yeah,
what?
like I
That's the
don't
part
give
that
a
makes me
fuck.
think it's a psyop. I've never seen so many men that wanted to gossip in my life. I mean, I guess it's just me. I grew up on construction crews around men, and I've been on big construction jobs my whole life on my crew and other crews, and I've just never ever seen men that sit around and talk like that. Giving each other crap back and forth, that happens all the time, and that's just acceptable. But this behind the back bullshit, that's the kind of thing that gets your ass kicked. I mean, it's just not acceptable in my world, and I can't accept that. I've accepted fucking Caitlyn Jenner, but I can't accept that shit. I just can't.
That's like a new Meatloaf song. It's like I will do anything for
That's
that
a new
woman.
low of life. I've accepted the fact that the man with 5 gold medals that could have got any woman in the universe now wants to be a girl with a tallywhacker. I've accepted that, but I just can't handle the gossiping about the flat earth guys because that makes us look so small on the media if we ever make it there. Can you imagine we do a thing like it was a Cobra show. We all go there, all of us, 7 of us or whatever. We're sitting there and we're gonna we're gonna show our shit, and then they pop out a video of Jeff calling that guy and poor Jamaican guy a nigger that night and all that shit, or they pull out one of Dubay, man loving Hitler. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just don't want to be there that night.
Right. So, moving on. Caitlyn Jenner.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
Well,
Caitlyn.
no, I'm serious, guys. We're getting ready to get popular. That's what I'm trying to actually warn you about. You may not believe it, but I think our little gang is going to actually
Well, we
get to be
just
like a
don't.
popular little chat here, and I don't want to have my butt hanging out.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm just not going to censor my talk. So, but I don't talk
I
bad,
didn't mean I didn't mean
So,
censor it, but your talk isn't your talk isn't that
yeah,
way, and neither is mine.
yeah. I'll keep talking flat earth though. Oops.
I was thinking about censoring personnel, not talk.
Right, right. But I think some people do like want to control even the flat earth talk, and I think that's weird. Like, oh, we can't be doing that, or we have to look this way or present that way. I'm like, I don't got to do shit, How come you're not doing proofs? You go do them if you want. That's not my job. I'm not here for that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
That
here to
that was
just
the
bring
theme
people together so that they don't feel lonely anymore. It's a crazy. You, you feel really
you're
alone,
right.
when you
What have
discover
you
the earth
done
is
for me
flat.
lately? What have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all do what we can do, and that's it. We're all doing it at least. I mean, for 2,000 years, nobody did it. I mean, I don't think there's a certain amount that we have to do it to be valid.
Right. I
I
don't
mean,
have
we
the.
all do. We all do spend a chocolate of time here, actually.
Yeah, but we talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about the Bible. I've learned a lot about the Bible. Good Lord. I mean, I'm still learning, like I don't want anybody to tell me what to believe and all that. But, if I come asking, then let's talk, and because like I tell people, I grew up Catholic. I never read the Bible. That's the way Catholics are. We are told the Bible and then we go home.
I saw a guy.
And
That's weird you say that,
yeah,
because it was a guy. Did you see the act? It was in, I don't know, it was on my YouTube this morning. It was a guy that said exactly that. He goes, people say you got to read the Bible. He goes, hey, I grew up Catholic. I don't have to do that. It was a pretty funny comedy act. I didn't watch it all, but I mean, he just hit that. He hit exactly, and you did it. It was just really funny when he did
yeah.
it. Like,
No, but it's funny because it's true. I mean, you'll never find more Catholics with more Bibles in their houses and crucifixes and Virgin Marys, but like nobody's read it. Like nobody reads it. It's just like they try, but kind of makes me fall asleep or I don't understand it. It's because we're not taught how to read it, and you feel like you get enough with catechism and confirmation and Holy
yeah,
Communion and it's like nobody wants to go home and read the Bible after that.
yeah. Those are all
you
like,
know,
those are all like, well, when you get your swimming badge, then you'll go on to be your Weeblo, and when you get your Weeblo badge, you know what I mean? That's all. I don't think that's anything of God. It's just all like churches all do it. But I did hear
mhm.
something good today. The church where I was going and bitching about on here about the coffee and the tithing and all the bullshit, I guess he's quit that. I guess the lady I went with said something to him, and he's quit it, and his church is actually picking up. People are liking it there. So,
Oh,
I
good.
was just thinking that, I'm not saying I changed it, but, maybe just me saying something to her, put a seed in there, and, I mean, everybody does their little bit, chipping away at the stone. Pretty soon the stone is just a pile of rock. You know what I mean?
Right. That's all it takes is
Yeah, if we
wayward
sound credible
comments
about
can
this flat
say a
Earth
lot
thing,
more.
yeah, if we don't sound crazy and we show our stuff, maybe people will listen. You know what I mean? We're not going to get people to listen if we alienate half the races in the world on the way there and just sound angry. I mean, who really cares if the world is round or flat? If you got some guy screaming up there all angry and shit, like I was. I mean, I was to the point where Jeff said I sounded insane. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you haven't heard nothing yet, sweetie. Keep saying I'm
No,
imagining this. But you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
I get
Yeah, I mean,
angry,
it was a lot of things, it's that, it's droning on and on too. Like people are just gonna tune you out. They're not gonna hear what you're even saying. So like keep it short. That's my motto in life. I could talk a lot, believe me. But as
Our best,
far as
our
when it
best
comes to
comments on
like
chat.
presenting information, yeah, but like when it comes to presenting information, I would rather just say as little as possible. It's like figure it out, like you got a brain and nothing I say is going to teach you. You have to be ready to accept it. So if you look into it yourself, you'll do that.
Well, jumping around
And
is
that's
keeping our fans happy, and our side chat is doing something different all the time, so they don't get bored and feel Pavlovian. You get tired of
no,
getting up.
exactly. The jumping around is
Yeah,
key for
that's
sure.
good. You
I
know
mean,
what
I
I
hate
mean?
it when
Not
people are like,
staying
okay, let's get back on topic.
yeah. I mean, that's what I totally think, because it bores me to sit there and watch the same old thing over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, it bores me to tears too. And I just don't like being directed on how to talk. It's like my conversation, like, oh, and I remember something, I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it. Like, oh, let's not talk about that, or let's go back to this topic. No, you're like, we're done with it, like, that's why we're at the point we're at.
Yeah, that's what got me. There we were ass deep in a fight, and Ron kept saying, "Okay, let's do it." It's like he was trying to be a peacemaker, I think, but he was just shouldn't have been there at that point. I mean, we were like two pit bulls in the middle of it, and he should not have been there with his finger in our nose. This is like, dude, don't be standing there. You're in a bad spot. Anyhow,
Yeah.
the thing I've noticed about chat that is that we've had some of the most nicest comments and mails the next day, and people subscribing and everything. When we have a nice, good chat and we all get along and shit's going good, that's when people love us, not when we're fighting and stuff. I mean, maybe the trolls that are here to tear us apart like it on those days, so they can say, you know what they said last night, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? But
No,
as
we
you
don't even
do, I
get
see
trolls
you.
anymore.
I see you and Sin both in chat. You guys have got to know when we're sounding good. People are just love conk, love vet, love all night long, all down that chat. That makes me feel super good. I know those nights how we're hitting and what we've been hitting on, and it's the same thing that we all love. We love positive stuff, not negative shit, dude. What was it Billy Preston? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta
Yeah.
have something. if you're going to
Yeah,
be with
people are
me.
not.
You know what I'm saying? I
Sorry, I
mean,
didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, I just and people are not dumb, and like I give people a lot of credit. I think people are very intelligent and intuitive,
well, how do you
and
feel about the whole world jumping
people,
off the flat edge? About how do
you
you feel
know,
about everybody freaking out? Do you think the world's going to freak out if they find out it's not round?
they're not my problem, not my business. If the world does that, like, well, what can I do about that?
I
That's
don't
how
think
I feel.
people in
Like
the
that's
front
why I
row
don't
that
even
are trying to
concern
catch a
myself.
squirrel to eat. I don't think people are trying to feed themselves are going to worry too much about NASA. I do think
Yeah,
NASA
I
and the
just
rich
don't
guys.
even concern.
Yeah, I think NASA and the rich guys are going to take it real hard, but because they're going to lose billions. But I just don't think the rest of the world is that worried about the globe. I don't think they're going to jump off the deep edge.
Yeah, no, to me, it's the truth. Like we're in a really sheltered society, and like the way our eyes to the outside world is a television, and I don't even turn that on. So to me, my world is very small. My world is like the people I know, and that's it. And like the stuff that happens outside of that world is almost like it's not real, and it isn't real. So I don't actually spend any time of my life concerned about it. Like I don't care what other people are doing or thinking. I don't care what the politicians are doing or thinking. I don't give a fuck about the Illuminati and all that shit. I mean, it's interesting to me, but I don't talk about it. I don't obsess about it. I don't give a fuck about it. Like I don't. I care about Cynthia, Ace, you, all my
Yep,
friends here in chat.
yep. So let
You
that
guys are
shit
real to
go.
me.
Because
Yeah.
you give them validity. When you worry about them, you make sites about them. All these people that repeat the same shit, that gives those people validity.
Yeah. Well, every time you even say their name out loud, you're giving them energy. Your energy.
Exactly. That's what I just said about the devil today, because I won't give him either one of those names that is used so quite frequently in society or on YouTube, because I mean I've got the major vibe from the Great Spirit that gives him power, and we shouldn't even give him a name because he doesn't even have a name. He's just the devil. And that's it, man. That's all I'm going to call him from now on. Even though I called him by those fancy names years ago, I won't anymore. Because I can't help.
Yeah.
If you don't die, you get wiser. That's why all those guys were so wise when I was growing up. All the old mentors I had, I thought, man, how do you get so wise? It's getting old. That's what happens. If you don't die, you learn.
Well, we're always learning, that's for sure. And if you're not learning, you might as well die. That's how I feel.
Well, they say that if you live for 300 years, like people did for a while, that explains the Neanderthals, and I believe that. They say that your brow ridge, your skull, your whole body keeps growing. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure. We
Well,
do. The bones keep growing.
Neanderthals had 30% more brain room than we do, so they weren't smaller on the evolutionary train. They were probably higher, and they have huge bones and legs and all that they could lift immense amounts of weight. We can't do that. I mean, we've
Well, they've already
devolved.
proven that they were smarter than us, immensely smarter. I mean, they were sailing like centuries before our first recognized sailors figured out how to, float on water,
Oh yeah, well yeah,
breathe
yeah.
through
You're
the
gonna love
side.
my story. I'm starting to get my story on. That's what my story is essentially about. It's called My Damn Family, but my story instead of history. It's not his story. It's my story. And that's the deal. I mean, this continent was obviously connected to the other one at one time when there was civilization, and for a while it must have been closer because the boats went back and forth with copper and everything else. You know what I mean? Maybe our world, like those brow ridges, is constantly growing.
Mhm.
I
I
don't
know
know
our ears
some.
and our noses keep growing.
Well, it's not tectonic plates. If you really just look at it, you can see it's like a popcorn. Okay, it's not like tectonic plates. I
We're
mean,
always
it's not
talking
like.
about popcorn.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine a
Sorry.
popcorn
Yeah.
popping, and look how it looks, and then look at our supposed globe, or how the continents are blown apart, and you look at the ridges in the ocean, and it looks more like it happened instantaneously than it does like they slid past each other over however many years. Because I've been around rock and grinding of rock and things like that, and I've seen how it works. And if they slid along each other for all those years, it would be like two tracks. It wouldn't be a jagged, separated scar, like it is now. It fits together like teeth on a shark. Okay, that's not something that slid past each other. That's something that exploded and then settled back down. I mean, like I say, just look at a piece of popcorn and you can see what happened. And it might still be happening. I mean, it might still be expanding. I mean, maybe that's one reason they don't want to tell us what's up. Maybe the globe is a globe, but it's so freaking big now that, I mean, I don't know. I know this. It's surely doesn't look round when they go up in the balloons now, does it?
It certainly does not.
I keep waiting for one of those bids that's just going to look all round and like, well, this is wide. You guys were wrong, and it never happens.
Oh, we lost Cynthia. Oh, she thought she was causing the echo. You were causing the echo, woman. No, no, you weren't. It was okay.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to have to go crash, man. I'm too old for you youngsters.
Okay. Well,
I'll try
you
not
have a
to.
good night. Hey, tell your twins happy birthday.
Oh, I will. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. And sorry I got angry earlier. I just wanted it to be a fun thing, and apparently I didn't rub off. So we'll do it again
Hey, it is
somehow
what it
different.
is.
We'll plan it different or something. And I didn't plan this. Like I say, this was an accidental thing. I thought that Dave or somebody was going to host one, and I kept seeing this green light on my name, and I pushed it, and then boom, there was the chat. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I have one ready to go. Anyway, love you guys. See you in the morning. Good job again, Crow, and thanks, Cynthia, and everybody, and love you guys.
Love you too. Good night, John. Hey, Crow. Crow. Caw, caw, caw. Oh, that's not a soothing voice, is it? Hello, Cynthia, come back in here. I am all alone. I have a scarecrow that flew away. Got scared, I guess. Little scaredy boy. Oh, let's see. I can give you a chat. A link. Somebody's asking how to join. Let me put this puppy in there.
Hello?
Anybody would like to join me? Come and join. Hey, where the hell is? Just kidding. I'm scolding you now.
What was going on?
That show.
I was watching a video.
Were you watching Validation Boy? And do you guys have any?
Yeah, how do you know?
Because I wanted to watch that one too, and I just was like, man, I bet you this is April Fool's still.
Validation Boy, put it on. It's probably, by the time we catch up on videos, we might be getting April Fool's for a few days if people put April Fool's videos out.
You guys still hear that echo?
No.
I don't.
John Conk, love you, man. Sweet dreams, brother. Okay, I'm back now then.
Yeah, put that video on. I was just because they were talking about it on
I don't
chat.
know how to do all that.
Oh, why you?
There you go, Cynthia.
Man.
You know how. I'll present you. You just play it and present yourself, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
That's how you would think it would be it. I'll try.
Oh, well, Kazaxis is saying, oh my God, that kid, don't put it on. He's serious. Oh. Okay. What is it? Give me the link in the group chat if you can, Cynthia.
I'll get it.
How good is my mic? Can you guys hear me eating my apple?
Yeah, you're good. Oh yeah, that sounds like a damn good apple too. Yummy.
So good. It's a pretty apple too. Almost. Whoa, there's that echo.
Do you see it in the Hangout chat?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll watch it later since we had some people saying don't play it. My friend Chris Bach, who is listening but chatting with me, says that I'm a psyop within a psyop. I'm the inception of and then the echo is making me feel a psyop within a psyop.
It's funny because what is a psyop? And the people that use the psyops, are they really the psyop? Since they know the word psyop, I don't really know.
If you know it, it invalidates it. So you have to counteract the psyop by saying the word psyop as often as possible. It's kind of like the reverse psyop, Inception. Booyakasha.
Buyukasha.
Booyakasha.
Psyopushis.
Booyakasha. Shishka Baba Washa?
The link didn't work. You need to accept the camera, I think, right? Right, Yvette? That he needs somebody comes in.
It says something about my cam. It should work without your cam working. Make sure that it recognizes your microphone at least, and your speakers, I think, is all you have to do. It might force you to install a plugin also, so make sure your browser's not blocking any Google plugins or pop-ups, and then you might get it to work. So yeah, so Inception. Wait, that's not what you asked, Cynthia. You asked what does psyop mean, or?
No, I find it funny that psyop comes around with, because it seems to me it's a made up word or something from like the CIA. So the CIA people would be the ones using the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it's a real thing, and it's really just propaganda.
Did I look it up?
Yeah, it is a real thing, but I hear that echo again.
Ah, damn it.
So I don't know. For me, like, people act like they know what they're talking about. Like, this is psyop, and this is how psyops are run and operate. Like, how would you know that? You don't fucking know that. Like, just shut up. Like,
That's what
who
I'm
cares
saying.
what other people are doing? Like, people want to be all like with their nose up each other's asses, and it's like, no, just, you know what? Fucking
Is that,
everybody mind their own business.
isn't it like a distraction, they're saying?
That
It is a distraction. That's exactly what it is.
Snack said
And the divisiveness.
should be whoever smelt it dealt it rule, and that's what I was getting at. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
Anyways,
you.
yeah.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know. I think the people who are the most weird about it, to me, like, they're the psyop. It's like, why are you concerned so much about it? Everybody was doing just fine before you came and saved us.
I agree. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad to have you.
If somebody very,
You are welcome.
if they're very aggressive, then they have an agenda for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they're like, and mentioning it one time is fine, but when you're like beating a dead horse, then that tells me something's up. And it's like, all right,
Yeah,
enough is
and you know
enough.
what? Like, we went like a week or two where everything was just fine. Nobody even talked about psyops. And everybody, like, the world kept spinning. There, I said it.
Uh,
You know,
the
the day goes
humor.
on. You wake up the next day, the sun goes up, the sun goes down. Nobody can explain that. I'm doing Bill O'Reilly now. Um, no, but seriously, like,
Pinhead.
you go to bed, you wake up the next morning. That's not the first thing on our mind, and keep fucking, like you said, beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
It's like, let it go. Like, maybe that made you relevant 2-3 months ago, but it's not your 15 minutes anymore. It's my 15 minutes, damn it. Like, and Joel's and Cynthia's.
Yes.
Not that I need 15 minutes. I need like
we
half
all
an
need
hour.
our 15 minutes.
Together is 45 minutes, so if
There
we
you go. See, we almost got a whole hour.
That's right.
see, if we just turn the me into a we can make it stretch.
That's right.
See
You
it?
got it, Crow.
See?
Woo!
I'm smart.
Who was saying there was
Crows are pretty smart.
Jaren always uses that like pasting the moon or the stars on the ceiling, and like you walk to one side of the room, you walk to the other, and that's how you see things upside down. And somebody was saying do a W, because
Yeah,
then it turns into an M. That just made me think of that with the me and the we.
yeah. The moon is
My
the
favorite,
M.
yeah. The moon is the M, exactly.
Yes. It all adds up.
It all adds up now. Like, oh, connections,
The
synchronicity,
It's
revelation.
connecting the
syncretism.
dots.
It's
We're connecting the
syncretism.
dots.
I feel,
Syncretism, there you go.
I feel like the beautiful mind, everything's adding up.
Yeah, right? We are a beautiful mind, a
Uh,
beautiful hive mind. But, oh, Johnny left. He's my butt echo. That's an inside joke.
Behold the dead horse, and honest sad death, and health follow them.
Nice.
It's revelation.
Yes, you're right. I don't know.
No,
I'm just going to believe you on that.
no, it's a Bible verse, revelation.
Okay. Well, I need the numbers and the.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I Tombstone made it famous for me. Kurt Kurt Russell was in that movie. It's
I
one of
love that movie.
Yeah, Tombstone is one of my favorites.
I'll be a huckleberry.
Yeah, you ain't no Daisy. You know Daisy.
Do it, no baby.
So that's why you're not wearing Brussels or something like that. Yeah, Doc Holliday is so awesome.
That movie's really great. That's
I
like
know.
that's what New Mexico is like, everybody.
Really?
Still. No.
Still,
I want it
still,
to be though.
there's still no. If you walk down the street, you can still see a tumbleweed go by.
No, we do have that for sure. We have tumbleweeds up the
It's
wazoo.
still
If
that
you don't
way.
take care of that shit,
Don't
like
worry about it, BK.
dude, I call it the tumbleweed gang. Like they will like teeter on the edge, like threatening to attack you, and they're just waiting for you to walk by, and they're just like the wind's gonna come and fucking thorny tumbled bush right in your face. And they're awful. They're really huge. Tumbleweeds are no joke.
I tell you what, usually in movies, when you see a tumbleweed go by, something's gonna go down.
Right, right. We need Cynthia in here with her flute or her the old westerny type music.
I can't get it.
Do the
Didn't Doc Holliday say when? Say when.
Say when.
Yeah. He's like, I think he was like trying to draw
I need
out.
yeah, I need to watch that movie again. It's so
I-
good. Good night,
It,
Conk.
it is. It's one of my faves. Not my fave, but one of my faves.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my faves. There's so many good movies. Like there really are. And I hate it when they're like, name your favorite movie, and I always draw a blank, so I always say The Princess Bride. I
Yeah.
have like better movies, like way better, that are
I
my
don't.
favorite.
I don't
I
think.
always forget them.
I don't think you. That's not what it means. What do you say?
He says,
I don't think
you
you
keep
say.
no, he says, you keep using that word. I do
Yeah.
not think it means what you think it means.
Yeah.
Because you see me, he says, inconceivable.
Yeah.
He's still climbing? Inconceivable. You keep
Yeah.
using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Who wrote that movie? That sounds
It's
like.
Bob Schreiner, that
Oh,
guy from, he did that sitcom with that mean guy. God, I'm trying to blank on everything tonight. Somebody help me.
because it
Archie
seemed.
Bunker. It's Archie Bunker. Like he played Meatloaf, or I think that's what his name, Meathead. I don't know. The son. He's the writer of all these awesome movies.
Because it sounds like
He
a
directed.
Mel Brooks style. That movie.
Oh, it's very Jewy. No, I don't know. Mel Brooks was more like Blazing Saddles and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of in the same vein, I guess. I don't know. I really like it. I love The Princess Bride.
Yeah, I watched it. Has Andre the Giant.
You've only watched it once, though. I'm taking. I watched it literally like 500 times.
500
Probably
times?
more.
As
Probably
you
more.
as you wish.
As you wish. Oh, my sweet
My
mystery, what have I done?
I've watched it maybe three times, probably 3 times, but not like 500 times.
Yeah, I know every word
Yeah.
for sure. I can like just do the whole movie for you from like start to finish.
Where's Cynthia?
She's right there. She has to mute
Oh,
because then we get the echo.
oh,
I mean, she doesn't have to mute. I could deal with it. Rob
yeah.
Reiner. Thank you, BK. I
Oh,
think I said
Rob.
something close to that. Like,
Oh,
pretty sure I got it wrong.
BK came in for the win.
Hey, BK. Crow said your name on the air.
Second time. I just did it 5 minutes
Original.
ago.
See? He thinks you're always ignoring him.
I am, but don't tell him though.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's one movie I probably should watch more and know all the lines to, but I don't.
I don't think I ever watched it fully. Sorry, Chris Brock. I haven't watched that completely. I know some songs, but not.
Yeah, I barely even
Yes,
know the Time Warp song.
I love Groundhog Day. Snack. I love Groundhog. And I watched that a few
Yeah,
times. He's
that's
like,
a fun movie.
I'm God.
I love Bill Murray.
Yeah,
He's hilarious.
he's such a smart ass.
Oh, that reminds me of like Zombieland. I loved Zombieland. Okay, that movie was really, really good. And it was with
Jesse,
Woody Harrelson, that
Jesse,
girl, the
Je-
redhead.
Jess, Jesse, that guy, Facebook guy, Jesse.
Yeah. No, yeah, he was in there. Yeah, him. I can't remember his name now. I remembered the name for you the other night, and I just totally drew a blank because I was trying to remember the girl's name. She's the cute redhead. She's super cute.
You said meatloaf. Somebody said you said meatloaf.
Well, I think Rob Reiner's character's name and Archie Bunker was actually like Meathead, but I said Meatloaf.
Meathead and
I
meatloaf.
don't know. I don't know. This was
Wow.
before my time. I didn't watch Archie Bunker. I didn't know Rob
Wow.
Reiner was in it. But Eisenberg, thank you, Snack.
Snack is like a trivia, or is
Yeah, I'm usually really great at trivia too, but I'm just like totally drawing blanks. I need a supplement. I think I'm deficient in something because my memory's failing.
oh,
I need vitamin young.
Are you
Get
getting
young
echo
again,
now?
brain. What, Cynthia?
Are you getting echo now? Can you hear me?
yeah.
No, but you barely came in, and I was like, oh, is she talking?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and no echo. Yay.
Okay, I put my headphones on, plugged them in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that helps because there's like a feedback loop between the mic and the speakers on the laptop.
On the laptop, yeah.
And you sound louder.
Yeah, you
I,
do.
I
Too
don't.
loud?
No, just more clearer now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay. All good.
Okay, I'll settle down now. Where do we go from here?
Grease lightning.
Yeah. We're gonna raise our frequency, man.
I
Okay.
got
Quarter past a mile.
chills. They're
They're
multiplying.
multiplying. Oh my God, took me
I
right back
just
to
love
that.
that. I got shields. I got shields.
Got the shields. Come on, you can do it, Crow. You're the song man.
I know. I love Grease, so I know the movie. I'm not gonna do it.
Do a rap. If you need to do a rap about that song,
About the
I'll
shields.
just do the line for you. I'll record it for you.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we got the shields.
Yeah.
We got the
I got
shields. You got the shields. I got the
no,
shields.
I like the I got the shingles. They're multiplying because it
Yeah,
Animal
sounds
dog.
like,
for sure.
you know what it sounds like? It sounds like shingles.
Animal dog to me.
Oh,
I'll
when you
break it
say
out. That's hilarious. And I'm
Fucking
losing
A.
control, right? I'm scratching off my skin and my nerves are on fire. It's electrifying.
You girls better shape up.
'Cause I'm falling apart.
Shape up.
That's funny. Oh,
And I
shit.
got the chicken pox.
Hmm,
Too much, too much.
too much.
Oh yeah, Fear and Loathing. That's another one of my favorite movies.
Oh, that was so weird movie.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I just that guy's drinking like that pig adrenals,
Uh,
and they're like recovering the next day, and he's like, took too much, man, too much, too much.
is that the Johnny Depp one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
that was crazy.
Yeah, it was. April. Wait, let's see. Might seriously have to have a good one. Oh, is SBib691 leaving us?
Yeah,
Yeah, call him Bib.
bibs.
Bib, no,
Yeah,
he's
Bib.
SBib.
S-bibs.
Yeah,
S-bibs.
S
S-bibs.
S Bibs. Sibis. Sbib.
Good night, SBib.
Sbib.
Vibes.
S-bibs.
Vibes.
S-bibs.
Good night, Big K. Good night. Good night, Big K. I'm trying to give you a hint.
Oh,
Oh.
no. We
Oh
don't want Big
yeah.
K to go to
Oh,
bed.
No, we like Big
oh man.
It's for Stephanie Bibbo. Bibbo. I don't know how to say that. Like Bibu? Oh, Bibu?
Debut.
Bibu.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't. It's like I thought it was like Bo, but if it's like beautiful, BEH, beautiful.
Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Hmm.
I love these movie trivias we're doing. I love it.
Are we doing movie trivia?
No,
I'm not.
I like
You guys
I
can
like
win
it a
this one.
lot.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Cynthia
Now,
For
doesn't
me,
watch
for
movies?
the professor would have y'all because he remembers all of them.
oh, it's not Stephanie. I apologize. I thought you had said Stefan in
Stefan.
another chat.
Stefan.
Stefan Bibbo. Yeah, it is Bibbo. I did say it right the first time. I am French, and I didn't even know it. Actually, I'm not. My name is. But that's neither here nor there.
Bibo. Stefan Bibo.
Good night, Stefan.
Good night,
Yeah.
Stefan.
Stavon.
Sweet dreams. Oi, oi.
Wee wee. No, it's wee wee.
Oh, it's wee wee.
Yeah.
Did you say oi?
Oi, I said oi.
Oi.
I read French. I speak a little.
That's
Je
but it's
m'appelle Yvette.
Vivi.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir tout le monde.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, no, I took French in college.
Sprechen
I
Sie
like
Deutsch?
I know.
Eins,
Auf
zwei,
Wiedersehen. Guten
vier,
Morgen.
fünf,
Alles gut.
sechs, sieben. That's all
I
I
know,
know.
and in French, I say tête de fromage, and qu'est-ce qui se passe enfant? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Good night, Lady Marmalade. Are you going to bed too, Snack? Bonsoir tout le monde. 3 Frenchies walk into a bar. No, I don't know. Oh, hi, La Pua.
La Pua.
La Pua.
Holy cow, I think I'm coming down from that racing heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, you must be. You're going to crash hard tonight.
Yeah.
What happened? Did something bad happen?
No.
Oh.
Just had a racing heartbeat for a minute.
I,
Or long man. It's just
Crow.
it's just anxiety. What was that?
What?
Somebody just cracked up
I
laughing
didn't
all crazy.
I didn't say nothing. She's losing it. She's losing it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's got the giggles. She's got the giggles.
Oh,
Are you high? Are you high?
I'm high.
Oh.
I'm high.
Somebody stop her.
Yeah.
You're gonna need some snacks.
No. Wow.
Don't start that again.
Sorry.
Name that movie, Crow.
What? Don't start that
Don't
again?
don't start that again.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wait. Oh, that's a cartoon.
So what you want to do? I don't know. What you want to
Jungle
do?
Book.
No, don't
Jungle
start
Book.
that again.
Jungle Book.
I fucking love those vultures. They're the best.
Yes, I love as
Cause they do the little head bob. So what you
because
want to do? So what you
they're
want
like
to
the
do?
Beatles. They're like the Beatles.
Yep.
I think there are. Nobody told me there were, but I think they're the Beatles. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What you want to
You
do?
know what's so funny about that part is because it was such a sad moment, in that part of the movie, because I guess there's slow music and there was just like I don't know.
What movie are we talking about?
It was like Shark
Jungle
Khan.
Book.
Oh, The Jungle Book.
Yeah,
Now, the movie or the cartoon?
that
The
cartoon.
cartoon.
Okay, because the
Yeah.
cartoon
They're
is
just
what
like
I
the
know.
observers, and then like the scene ends, and like they're just like, oh, well that was dramatic, and then there's like, so what you want to do?
Yeah,
Like, oh, it's like after hearing that argument tonight, and like we were just all silent. I should have just been like, so what you want to do? I don't
yeah.
know what you want.
I don't know. I was like, when it gets silent, I'm not saying anything because I'll
Hey,
let it go.
we got snack in the house. We got
We got
snack on the
snacks.
panel. Yeah, look at all those snacks that he's got. Orbits and
Ooh, cream-filled yummies, and I was wanting watermelon Jolly Ranchers myself.
cream-filled frosted devil's food. Mmm.
Hope you have enough to share with everybody.
Snack brought the snacks.
I like calling them snacks. Snacks to the future is just
Snacks.
too hard to say.
Yeah.
Are you having any audio troubles, Snack? Are you with us? You're on mute right now. You don't
Snack
need
to
to
the
unmute. There you
future.
go. There you go.
Hello.
Hello.
You're on there.
I'm hungry.
Snacky. I know. I don't eat those snacks
Snack
though.
one,
Yeah.
snack two.
I tell you,
Snack sounds like smack your lips together.
Smack. Is that like heroin?
snacking to a Slim
I
Jim.
guess it is like heroin, but you got any snack? Okay, Snack, if you're having audio problems, there's a little gear at the top of the Hangout. Make sure that your proper devices are selected for microphone and speaker.
Yeah, and he doesn't look muted.
Well, no, that's what I mean. If he's not muted and we can't hear him, he might just need to pick the... Because this is what I have to do. I'm constantly having to go to the little settings and tell it, use my Bluetooth headset as a speaker, and, 'cause it's
Oh,
slow. I wish I would just permanently remember. What's the snacks?
What is the
pressure's
snacks?
on. He's saying la 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 in the side here. No audio? What's going on here?
no mic.
Yeah,
What's
what is
happening?
happening? You can't hear me. Can you hear us?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, go into above my face that you see when I'm talking, when you mouse over the main screen, you should see like a control panel pop up at the top, and you'll see a gear to tweak your settings. You might need to select your mic.
Oh, ding dongs are good.
Ugh.
Yes, I'm hungry, Cynthia.
Yeah.
See, there you
I
go
like
again. There you go again. Anytime I say something.
I'm being negative. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Ding dongs. I just tried to figure out what a ding dong was, and it's like that chocolate covered
Yeah,
cake,
yeah,
and it's
Yeah,
like a
chocolate covered chocolate cake.
but
yeah.
it's like a plastic cup chocolate. Like,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, well,
let's not think negative again.
I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's negative.
Just chocolate icing.
Darn it.
Stick with
Okay, well,
positive chocolate.
you know what I like? I like those bark thins, the dark chocolate with coconut. Those are good. Yeah, those
I
are
don't think
good.
I ever had that.
Bark thins.
Mm.
Bark.
I
Like bark of a tree.
Any candy.
I get donuts.
I like chocolate.
I really
That's
like those.
the only sweet I.
Like
Yeah.
dangerous.
We have a place called we got a store called Cops and Donuts. And not for real. It's like, and they make it huge, and it was like 10 cops got together to create it, but their donuts is so huge. It's like no wonder you guys are fat. But I love them. I love them. But I keep making them.
So did Snack get his mic?
I don't know.
Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it.
No, we would see like green dots.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I like Twinkies, and I
Dream
like those
Bus.
pink. I like pink snowballs.
Oh, really?
Really? Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna say anything. If you can't say
I know,
anything
no, I know
nice,
you can. It's fine.
don't say
It's
anything
fine.
at all.
Nobody likes them. They hate them.
You know what? I
love
just don't
that
eat
marshmallow
any of
foam
it.
thing.
I don't
Well, I
eat
don't
any
either,
of that.
but I'm remembering childhood.
I used to, but I don't eat now.
I don't actively eat them now, but we're reminiscing. We're reminiscing here.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, I can do
Yes.
that. Cracker Jacks. Cracker
Yes,
Jacks
I
are
love
fun.
Cracker Jacks. Mhm.
Does he got a reboot maybe or something?
Oh,
You might need, if you need to like jump out and jump back on, we'll still be here.
yeah, we're
No
here.
worries.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. That's always some bullshit with my system.
Uh-oh, yawning.
I'm yawning too.
You guys.
No, it's just that come down off that heart race, man. That was
It was a good high for you, huh?
I
was running a race, man.
I like ice cream Snicker bar.
I like ice cream.
Well, did I sound like that Arnold dude?
No. I
Do you
really like Invader Zim a lot, and like it's one of those shows that I've watched 100 million times. And there's like this scene, just with the ice cream truck going back, by, and it's just some guy who's, instead of like an ice cream truck jingle, he just says, "I like ice cream. I like ice cream." It's really funny. If you all don't know Invader Zim, go fucking YouTube that shit and watch it. It's fucking good. Good stuff. Good stuff right there. That's like an awesome adult cartoon. Well, it's a kid cartoon, but it's fucking funny for adults too.
I like cinnamon rolls too. Like Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, come on here, Chris. Want me to add you?
You know what I found out about cinnamon rolls?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna blow my mind again just talking about it.
All right.
And I already know what I'm gonna say. I never knew you use real potatoes to make them.
To make what now?
Cinnamon rolls. Did you know that?
I
No,
did
what?
not
Say
know
that
that. No.
Yeah, you get to use real potatoes to make. It's great too, though.
Me.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
I saw a body.
You saw a body.
I did for a brief moment, like it flashed on the screen. I was like, oh no, someone's naked.
Oh, no. Snack's been a crazy pervert this entire time.
You know that that's
We're-
what happened to
We're all
one of
crazy
our
perverts.
chats. Remember that, Yvette? When we were in one of Jeff's chats, and Timmy came on and flashed a porno scene. Remember that? I don't know if you guys
No, I don't
remember that shit.
remember. I actually don't pay that much attention, honestly.
But I mean,
like,
it was
happened?
pretty. It was funny. Anyways, I'm sorry. Hi, Snack.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's good. I've been following you guys for a little bit now, and I mean not that long though. Maybe a little like a
2
month,
weeks?
maybe
Oh
maybe
no.
less than a
Yeah,
month. I
no,
don't know.
I remember when you appeared. I talked to you
Yeah.
right away.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm just yeah, I didn't even know that there were like live hangouts happening anywhere. So I think probably I'd seen some of your chats like. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I've just been, watching you guys lately, and yeah, I think maybe, well, probably before today, I would have been kind of scared to go on the show, like with everybody, like hanging out and stuff like that. The vibe goes like way up and way down sometimes, and but I feel like I kind of know you guys now from like listening to you enough, and I just saw Crow on Patricia's show, and mostly I like those shows that where they're kind of like a talk show typey thing on.
Oh, you saw me?
Yeah, I saw your
Oh, you saw me get famous?
You're big time now, man.
Yeah, no, bro, I'm a baller. I'm a baller, man.
Yeah, we got
I have like.
we have an hour's worth of fame right now.
How's it feel, man? How's it feel?
I'm glad it's over. I was nervous. Like I don't even want to watch that. I haven't even looked at it. I don't. I was look like an idiot. I know that.
No,
No.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you're
Um,
fine.
Oh, sorry,
I,
this is what point where we're supposed to
Cynthia,
talk.
did you
I
see
can
it?
watch it.
I
Sorry.
did. I was there. I
Oh,
was
you
there.
were?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know who was on the
A
chat
lot
or
of us
anything.
were there.
I was
Yep.
outside doing
Oh, that's
orders.
crazy. So I was like being so personal, and you guys knew about it.
Yep.
That's so wrong.
Everybody
Now you
say
can
you
use
did
that
great.
against me.
I'm not going to use that against you. We just love you that much more.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, you guys.
Oh, you guys.
Ah, you guys. Ah, shucks, you guys.
Yeah, I would have probably been more nervous.
So, Snack, how long have you been in the Flatters?
Yeah, or are you?
On the Flatters.
on the flatters. Let's see. I don't know. I think my first message that I ever sent on YouTube was probably to Crow 777, and that's like about a year ago. And I know I had been following him for probably a year, and Math Powerland, and I don't even think that there were like maybe Eric Dubay had a few videos up, but not like a lot at the time when I started like checking it out. And I like yeah, so that's where I kind of entered into it, and I love the idea is like kind of amazing, and it keeps you asking questions, and so I think I just I probably like picked it up for a while, and then I just kind of wasn't paying attention to it, and so kind of on and off of like how seriously I was trying to like drill into the information, I guess like really try to answer the questions that kind of came up, I guess, naturally in the process of trying to weigh and balance everything in this argument, and then I just think it's amazing all these the faction wars and stuff like that are still going on, and as an outsider from this, and you know, what's the big deal? It's all we're in one you know flat plane here, so it seems kind of silly to fight about some of the things that get fought about, and yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't even have thought that I'd be interested in having a voice in this whole thing, and I don't even know if I do, but I just you guys are cool, and I just wanted to hop on because I'm always in the chat and saying shit and whatever. So
Absolutely. I hope everybody eventually pops on all of our our chat followers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all our friends. It's not
Yeah.
followers, it's just friends.
Yeah,
Followers.
sure. I mean, well, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna like I'm not gonna hop on any other show that's going on, but this
Right.
um
This is literally a free for all. Like everybody gets a chance to have a voice. And because we're all significant and we all, what we
That's
say
right.
matters. And if we don't listen to everybody, we might be missing out on a lot of good points. Because I
That's
know
right.
these other people may not have the time to keep up with everybody's opinions or emails or whatnot.
oh, it's like a full-time thing to I mean, I've been really just trying to stay at this to see if I can really understand what's happening like on a day-to-day level with this even. That's I mean I watched the Andreas Sensi videos, if I said that right. He does it like day by day, if it's a he, right? Every day is different. Different videos come out every day. Different people fall in or fall out, and there's like always new people that are coming into it, and new groups that have something to say about it for some reason. I don't know. It's really interesting to see how it all develops, and I like what you guys do because it's pretty. I think it's pretty unique. I mean, I don't think you guys aren't like purely biblical. I think most of the other like open forums are just on a purely biblical level, and that you guys take all points of view, and that's commendable. And you don't really have an agenda because you're just all here out of, I guess, like the whole fellowship idea of it and friendship, and that to me
Yeah,
is
it's a
like
community.
that's yeah, I feel like that's it's like kind of compelling. I don't mean to talk too much here, but I think it's like kind of compelling for me is just like somebody who goes on a computer and looks at YouTube, I mean, like to um, what you guys have here is it's almost like walking into a bar where everybody's into flat Earth or knows about flat Earth.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
exactly the vibe we're going for.
like it's almost like a saloon vibe at times, and
Yeah.
Cheers.
you know. Uh,
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
And like
Sincerely.
and tonight at the bar, it's like two people kind of had it out at the bar. Two guys that are normally like talking to each other, and I think it's just kind of like a virtual, almost like it's a neighborhood bar or something like that. But all you guys can go there. That's kind of what this feels to me like. Over time, it's what this
And we
show
do
does.
know everybody's name. It's like I try to make sure I say hi to everybody, like even in the chat. Especially when I see them come, every
Right.
night. And, I want them to know that we're not just ignoring them, like,
Mhm.
oh, we're so clicky and popular, and you're not. That's ridiculous.
A
Yeah.
marijuana bar.
Yeah, pretty
Oh,
much.
I'm not even watching the chat, which is what I have to do. That's fine.
I think in February, like for me, it would have been like the 99 miniatures bar because I was really liking those 99 banana shots. But yeah, I'm over it now. I'm over those little miniatures.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think and yeah. So there's like there are hosts here, even though there's no like default host. It's everybody kind of takes part in hosting the show together in a way, and and that's something that you can't really like fake, and it's something that you can't really even plan. And that's why I think it's convincing that you guys do this on a nightly basis,
Yeah, because we really
keeping
are
the torch
friends with
going.
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I talk to Ace when we're not on the hangout. I talk to Codename Lumiere. I talk to Dan. Off the hangout. Cynthia. Even Joel. Everybody. Like pretty much everybody. I think I've we talk to almost every day throughout the day.
Well, thanks for that. Thanks for that feedback, Snack. That
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is good to
yeah, and
hear because that is what we're going for the community.
I
We
know.
have
I
no
think when
agenda.
I came on, like sometimes I was a little bit like moving real faster. But sometimes when I came on, I think I mean I might have seemed a little trolly on some of the things that I might not have liked to hear people say. So the ethnic slurs, or blaming a whole group of people for something, or the names that we shouldn't say, in polite company. You know, all those things. This is like, but you guys don't like. I think it's changing, and I think tonight Conk really kind of made a believer out of me in a way. You know,
You're
and
right.
and I never thought that was going to happen because I heard him talk about Trump one night and I was like, I know this guy like a book, and I'm never going to like this guy, but then I realized the kind of person that he is. I recognize I've known other people like that, and they put me off in the beginning, and then I wind up like finally understanding, you know, at a time when they can kind of express what they or what their intentions are on things, and I think tonight he kind of said some good things. I think it was important that even uh, even if you just watch the end of the Max Egan thing with Bob and Jeranism, you know they talk about, you guys were talking about Clockwork Orange before. Um, there were some really shitty videos that went up, and you guys probably, we don't even need to discuss it anymore. But if are you guys hip to the situation I'm talking about? I don't want to like name names or like give anybody attention, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some shitty videos, sure. I
Um,
just don't even get to them. I'm like, okay, they're not good.
well, no, I mean there were shitty videos, but they were using the Clockwork Orange rape scenes
Oh,
as a vehicle to like slander Orphan Red and Patricia
oh,
Steer. You
that's
dig?
not
What?
So
good.
right,
Yeah,
like
I did.
No, I did
Mark
not know
Sargent,
anything
Mark
about
Sargent.
that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Yeah, because they were up for a day and they got taken down, which is
Ah,
nice.
yeah,
All
Well, it's
right, but
good that we
he
didn't
didn't
hear
take him
about it
down
because that
himself.
means it didn't
yeah. I'm glad
happen.
we didn't hear that.
I know, and this is why you know, just got to be vigilant here with the public perception and what like hate speech can do, because it quickly turn and not only that, and I'm addressing everything in flat Earth right now that's bothering me.
That's
I'm
all right.
sorry.
That's
I'm
all
just
I
right.
get
spilling.
it
Do you mind
out.
if
You
I spill here? Am
no,
I
you
providing
have a
some entertainment?
voice. You
It's
have
like
a
a
voice.
therapy
It's,
It's
session.
fine.
as long as I'm not boring the shit out of you.
No, not at all. I mean, I know like a lot of us, that's kind of the whole point. Is like we either feel lonely or like we have no one to talk to, and like we have so much stuff we want to get out, and it just boils up, and it's like, that's no good to,
He's
just let it
got a
out, and then
he's
it's
got a
all done.
urine. He's doing a urine review.
well,
This
year
is
in
what
review.
happened.
Well,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
just see like how, um, it just I think everything's gonna gel at some point for this whole. I'll say community. I don't even know what to call it, because if I call it anything, it's like, oh, you're labeling it something. But um, it is a type of community. It's a type of it's a type of club. It's a type of a lot of things. But um, you don't want to like lose control over it and just like let the shills rule the earth, or let just people that'll just say anything and don't have to back it up. Just like saying, I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I hate that. No, I absolutely know that part. I hate that. I'm like, little miss, get it right.
and I'm not and I don't want to talk like shit on anybody that like wants to say like we need to do something, because don't fight your instinct, I guess, but like you don't have to try to like get other people to like try to overthrow I don't know what, even that is such a childlike idea that one person or even a group of us could like do anything to force anything to happen. If anything's going to happen, they'll let us know this, and maybe they'll even come out with a better lie, better like at some point, right? If they want to keep this going and they want to keep hiding the truth, then the computers will keep advancing, programs will keep getting better. Eventually, they'll come up with a way to do it. It'll be
Yeah,
convincing, right? They'll be like, "This is some video we did of the Earth," and
yeah. I felt like, sorry, a Mean Girls movie quote just popped up, and I have to say it. It's like I kind of feel like telling them, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never going to happen. Right? It's
right.
like you can't force
Yeah.
it. Can't force it.
So so yeah, I think like this is a kind of subject that once you start actually taking the time to look into it, you'll be there for a while trying to sort it out, and either you're gonna stick tight to your guns, or you're open minded to start, or you're already convinced. In any direction, it's like you got to remember, people are all people. We're all of equal value. Even the people that hate us and would post crazy videos, suggesting that we get harmed or something like that. Well, they're all just humans like us, um, and people in the flat Earth community that are like that want radical something. I don't know. They're people too, and you know, just let's not. I don't know why everybody thinks that we could like change anything with direct action, like a plan. Like, oh,
You
we're gonna
become
have a plan. This
militant.
person does, yeah, exactly. Like that's never gonna work, right? But you guys are
Yeah,
proving that just consciousness and friendship,
that's
right,
right.
can spread the concepts and can give voice to productive discussion sometimes, and ideally all the time, right? Um,
Mm.
so this is why it's important, and yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little bit more coffee and probably shut up for a minute.
Well, tell us where you're from, at least. Like,
Where am
where,
I?
what
I'm
part
at
of the city?
I'm like East Coast.
Mm.
Oh, okay. So you're 2 hours ahead.
Yeah, I'm at like about 3 o'clock right now.
Oh,
All
geez.
right.
Yeah.
Coffee
Okay. Yeah. We always try to like to get a
free.
feel for it because sometimes it's early morning and so no big
Yeah,
deal. But
because
sometimes it is like 4 in the morning.
we have friends everywhere, and
Hmm.
Itmar is just now getting up. So
Right. Hooch,
yeah,
Hooch too will be joining us,
shoot,
or he
yeah,
probably went to bed and came back already.
yeah, because
And,
he was in the
yeah.
other one. Yeah,
Yeah. He disappeared. He didn't move with us. We lost him.
yeah.
Or he's at Jeff's. I mean, I don't know what happened or who went over there,
I
but
don't know
I'm
if
not
Jeff's.
worried about it.
I don't know if that ever even started off.
No,
But probably
Jeff, he
better. But
came and
probably better than
quarantined
not
and
to
posted a
try.
link.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody went. So
I know there were a couple people. It was just like a good time to like let things cool off anyway, right?
yeah, yeah,
What are
I'm
you
sure
gonna
he's gonna, you know, save face, which is what we all do. And
do? I
yeah,
take
life goes on.
yeah, cool. I I don't know. I don't know.
You can say it.
I don't want to say anything about. I certainly don't want to say anything about Jeff at all. I think I don't want to I don't want to get in anything. If I ever want to like do anything with this screen name, make videos like I don't need to put whatever. Let's fall in any booby traps before I even fucking get started here. But I don't have any videos up. I just have playlists up of videos I like, and
Hmm.
But I have like ideas for videos I'd like to do. Kind of working on that stuff. But I just like
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
I'll totally be happy to sit shotgun for a while though, just to like
Awesome. Well, good to
maybe
have you, man.
yeah.
Seriously.
There's nothing wrong with that either. But we can't all put out content. Nobody's ever gonna watch it. It's just
I don't put out content. I just go and support other people who put out content. So
yeah, I can barely get this Hangout running. Like I tried to edit a video that I downloaded just to clip it because there was like this part that I really liked and I wanted to just clip that out and upload it, and the whole thing froze on me before I even got to load the video. And I was like, how do people do this? Obviously they have way newer and faster computers than my jalopy here. For being a computer tech who knows how to build computers, I just don't care about like upgrading my own PC until I have to do it. Pretty sad, but that's me. This is how
yeah,
much
we
I
have
don't
to.
care about stuff that don't bother me.
I really
A Will says that we have to start with ourselves. We can only control ourselves, and he's
Exactly, and
absolutely
that's what
right.
we're
It's
doing
know
here.
thyself. Know
Mhm.
thyself. We're here to help people know themselves because
Right, and find
we are
out
getting to
ourselves
know.
first.
For me personally, I am getting to know myself by learning about you guys. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Because everybody
exactly.
has something to bring to the table, and I learn from everybody. And that's what I am enjoying about this whole journey, this whole magnificent thing that's happening. You know. Anyway,
Absolutely.
whatever.
No, like because I I always kind of led my life just by instinct, tuition, common sense. You know,
Yeah,
very streetwise kind of.
yeah, yeah.
Not very gullible. But like for a while there, I was like, God, am I just like really naive? Like, are people really doing all these things to like take advantage of us or to hurt us or to manipulate us? And I was
Yeah.
like, and I was like, God, I must be more naive than I thought. I don't get all this weird, like underhanded, double dealing, backstabbing kind of bullshit. Like I don't understand that kind of behavior. but like I do know when I don't like somebody, and
Good night,
like even
Crow.
that just made me learn, good night, Crow. Like even that just made me learn to
Thanks,
remember who I am, like wait a second, I'm not naive, I'm not gullible, sometimes maybe, but it's not going to take long for me to catch on to things, especially if I give it any energy at all. If I seem gullible and it's because I'm not giving it energy. Like I just don't give a fuck. Like that's really my motto in life. Like I really don't. If it doesn't affect like me or mine, I don't care. I don't care
Yeah, you're
about
talking
people's
about energy.
feelings.
Energy is an
Yeah.
interesting topic because it's kind of like what caused the kerfuffle tonight there. Um,
Mhm.
right, just the idea of it, like this is my energy, this is your energy. But it's kind of like a losing battle for people who fight the whole awakening of it because they're basically they have to kind of foment some kind of hatred in order to put these comments out every day, in order to put videos out to to slight people. Like if they want to live in that energy, it's a war of attrition. They're eventually gonna like tire out, or they're gonna tire of making stock accounts or whatever. And
Hopefully, you'd be surprised about the stamina with some of these people. I'm just like, oh my god, are we still
well,
arguing? Like,
it's like I mean, nobody can like. I don't know. It's like you're gonna do that longer than 1 year of your life. Are you gonna commit to just trolling flat earthers? I mean,
right.
is that worth your time, buddy? Like it's somebody. Yeah, that's my feeling on it.
Yeah, no, I tell them the same thing. It's like I'm really glad that the things a stranger on the internet believes affect you so much. And I shut a lot of trolls up just by telling them this one line. Like, please tell me more about how much you hate me because I love all this energy you're spending on me. I fucking love it. I thrive on this shit. Give me some more. And they don't reply because they know I'm right. It's like, what are you doing? Like we're never gonna one up each other. Like no amount of insults is going to like be the one where it's like, oh, I can't believe he said that. Like we've seen and read and heard it all.
Right.
I've
I
been
think you'd be
told to kill
desensitized to that.
myself.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
uh,
Right. At a
pretty
certain
crazy.
point, it's just like it starts to desensitize you to where you don't even hear anything like that. So it's a losing. They don't. A lot of the comments that I think people try to like bite into the video maker, um, you know, a lot of them are just like self projections, and
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's all projection, actually, all of it.
Can I
so so
just
they're
can
so
I
they're
just
they're putting out like some kind of energy of their own self, their worst
Hmm.
parts, and then they're projecting them onto what they think you
others?
are.
Yep.
Well, because they just loathe what they see, so they focus. Yeah, man. Anyway.
So this is just a quote. One purpose is not more important than another. What elevates one purpose over another is the dedication you make to it, the value of it to others, and the satisfaction it brings to yourself. So, what value are you giving others when you go and do this negative stuff? What value is that to any of us? You know what I mean? And it's
Precisely.
knowing yourself and what you're putting out because, like I've said, the eddies come back. And it hurts you and it hurts everybody else. Because what you put out is hurting yourself ultimately or healing yourself. It is what you are putting out and projecting. And
Hmm.
that's why I don't like being lumped in with somebody who I mean I just
Yeah,
don't like being lumped in and have somebody else speak for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
that's
Because we are individuals.
Huh?
Yeah, we are. We are individuals. We
That's
aren't
right.
a cult, and it's not cult behavior until you start acting like a gang of bullies. And for what? Like I'm going to what start trolling, gardeners, because I don't like them planting fucking watermelons, That's how ridiculous it is. It's like I am against watermelons and I'm going to just troll every gardener I know for planting watermelons. Like
mm,
that's how stupid it
Right.
is. It's like who cares what they're doing in their life, what they're talking about, and it's just silly. It really is. And they do. They can just And I don't even read their comments. Like I'll go back and forth with trolls, but they'll like type out diatribes, and I'll literally read the first two sentences. Maybe it's just whatever's visible, and then I hit reply, and I always mail it. Like I'll just read them like a book, and
Hi,
they'll just
Itmar.
keep coming at me. Yeah, they'll just keep going. I'm like, they have to be getting paid because I mean, come on. Some of them, there's just zero reason to be that stupid.
I'm just saying
It's
hi
like
to
real trolls.
Itmar. It's his morning,
Hey,
and he's
Itmar.
alive.
Why wouldn't he be alive? Oh, I'm like, did something happen? Like that we were concerned, or?
No, he just is alive, so that's all good,
Oh,
right?
he's
When you
waking
wake up
up.
in the morning and you're alive, that's a good thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean, you should be grateful of that. So I'm just
Well, I've
grateful that
never
our
woken
friend
up
is alive.
dead. Yeah. I always think about that. I've never woken up dead, so I don't know if I've ever not been grateful.
True. I guess you could look at it that way. I have not woken up dead. So
I love that saying.
interesting.
But one
How
day
would that feel?
you wake up
How would
dead.
that feel to wake up dead?
I'm gonna guess like a really bad hangover or the flu. I have woken up dead today. Okay.
Or maybe free.
Oh, maybe. I like that.
Hey, is it Jazz Sinclair in the chat? What's up, man?
Who?
Is Jazz is in the chat? Jazz Sinclair?
Jazz, yeah,
Oh
Jazz.
yeah, he was earlier. I think he went.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Did he?
Yeah. Yeah. It will, I think, might still
Oh
be
yeah,
with us.
gotta go. That's right. Gotta go.
Leaf, Leaf 38. I don't know. Guitar guy.
I
Green
need to
guy.
step away for a minute.
Okay. So yeah, we just got the same gang. Nice to see everybody's names. Big K up is up. Oh, Jesus Vargas is with us. Hurt people indeed. I said that other night. It's a weird saying, but it's so true. And that's what I think about trolls. I'm like, you're just projecting, because they'll come out and tell me the strangest, very specific things, like, oh, you're just this, and this, and it's like the complete opposite of who I am. And it's so funny. I'm like, are you looking in the mirror while you type? I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, it's like that kind of projection concept again. Like they're kind of projecting onto you the dumbest aspects of what they can think about themselves, and then they're like, "That must be you because I don't believe what you're saying." I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like the whole shaming, the intellectual shaming of this concept, um, is real, and you know, it's also like kind of a social stigma a little bit. Like I don't know how many people can like come out to their boss and be like, "Hey, you know what? I just so you know, like I think the Earth's flat, and I'm perfectly okay with you knowing that." You know that's I don't know. There's a lot of issues with it, I think.
it's a definite insecurity because they're angry because they know they can't explain anything you're asking, but they're assuming they know because our brains will try to fill in the blanks of half-ass knowledge that's given to us, or that we see on like Star Trek or Star Wars. Our brain assumes it exists, and it'll make up some kind of correlation. It'll try to connect some kind of dots to make it real. And like it's not like we're doing that consciously, but then when you're confronted with it and you can't explain it, like you can't find the words, it's because you don't know. You just don't know. Like maybe there was a sentence you caught in a magazine, but that's not proof. That's not proof of anything. And like nobody even said, X, Y, and Z existed or that we had that technology. People just assumed it. Like all they have to do is plant the idea, and people will fill in the blanks. And that's where I think people get so angry because that's what they've been doing their whole life, and then they realize, wow, all the way back to grade school, we learned to laugh at flat Earth, but then they start. This is what I did. It's like my life flashed before my eyes, right? Like my whole entire education, everything I
Yeah.
knew, saw, heard, and it's like
Hmm.
I never talked about the curvature of the Earth. I have a degree in mathematics, and we never computed curvature. I know how to do it. Give me the equation, and I'll do it. But then again, that's just me solving something on a piece of paper, and I know this already. Like I'm aware enough to realize, well, okay,
Well, you're
I
gonna
can
you're gonna
solve a
you're gonna
problem.
do
Yeah,
if
given
you're
the
gonna
variables, I can do it.
right, given the
You know?
variables exactly. So what happens is you try to do a curvature calculation. You have to plug in the circumference. No. So
Yeah. And how do we know that?
well, you're going back to Eratosthenes. So you're still
Mhm.
going back to the guy using sticks to measure the
Yep.
sunlight. That's the
Yep.
same guy who originally estimated the curvature. I'm sorry, the circumference, and then they like NASA validated it within like it was off, but just by like a little bit. Like, are
Yeah.
really? Like
Yeah.
those two cities like aren't even at the same elevation. The sun rises and sets. I don't mean it in the sense like of a sunrise and sunset like typically, but like it rises in the sky a little bit and it probably dips down a little bit at other times. So I don't know if like that's all. I don't know. And
Well, just as far as the position on the map, for sure. It's like me and my friend God Scalpel GS. He's up in Canada. I see the sunrise like almost an hour or more than an hour before him, and we're in the same time zone. We're on the same longitude, and he's in Canada, like about 4 states up from
yeah,
me. So it's like all of America, and then Canada. And he's right there. He'd be like the fourth or fifth state, if you can imagine. Like he's not like in the Arctic, right? He's closer to the border of America, and yeah, like a whole hour difference in the sunrise. So I mean, that's about I'm
hmm,
gonna say like 8,000, 14,000 miles actually. I think is how far away he is.
right.
So I mean, how far away was this dude, from the dark ages, looking at the sun? I mean, and who did he call to, verify where the sun was, in this other town? And like, how far away was it? You know what I mean? Like, we don't
Hmm.
know. And
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I
here's
like
I mean
I like it when people
yeah.
say, "Oh, sorry."
No, I mean with that whole um, proof, I guess is he needed the sunlight to be like at a certain time of the year when the sun would go right down this well, and that's how he knew when to mark the date that he wanted to test, right? But if yeah, I guess we got atmospheric refraction is like a possible interferer in the angle here, but like essentially any light that we would receive from 93 million miles away would all be parallel, so everything should be parallel. So there should be an infinite number of wells that you could use to measure with. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your flow.
Oh no, I just it's just a silly thing that I always like to give back to the trolls, is because they always say, "I can't believe you think the Earth is flat. We figured this out, blah blah blah, 2,000 years ago." And it's like, okay, so you're trying to say we're so in the dark ages, yet you're believing someone who had zero technology to do it from way back when. It's like, really, you don't think that maybe as soon as telescopes came out, they could have maybe verified something a little further, or looked at the ships
Or got a
that
better
didn't
picture
hide behind the curvature.
and not
You
just
know what
seeing
I
it
mean?
as CGIs. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you guys are still believing someone from the dark ages. Why are you telling us that we're wrong? Like, you're believing the caveman science,
Well, well, that's true and kind of an underrated fact, but like the whole um, system of I don't want to say control. I think that's a little too you know, generic, but like the whole system has is from the Dark Ages. Like all the use of money, different religions to divide people, borders between countries, like all this kind of stuff. Um, that whole mentality, serfdom, fiefdom, all that all goes back to the Dark Ages. So, how smart, how educated were they to not just be like, the world turns out the world's round. Who knew? You know, why would
right.
they think anything of it? And especially because it was at odds with the church. The church didn't sanction it initially, so like It's almost like hidden knowledge, just like this flat Earth is right now for us. You know, they might have thought, oh, they're hiding the fact that the world's not flat; it's really small. I don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of games you could play with a population if you hold all the cards. But um, take a breath and um, so it goes back a long way in history, and I don't know. I can't complete the thought here. Uh, it was a little bit late for me also, so
Are you
maybe I'm
having a
not.
brain fart?
I am a little bit. This is pretty exciting, so I'm trying to stay
Slow
level-headed here.
down.
No worries,
maybe I
no
should
worries.
maybe I should let you guys talk more between when I talk. I'm
Oh,
just
no
getting
worries.
over a cold too, so like my breathing's kind of like a little crappy.
I remember when we first started like talking on like Hangouts and stuff in January. I was getting over like a really bad like a like bronchitis, and I was just constantly congested. Every time I spoke, I felt like all nasally because like the air would push like all my head mucus into my ears and my nose. Like couldn't like talk, and it was a horrible time.
Yeah, I kind of
But
pulled some diaphragm muscles or something, coughing.
oh, that is the worst. Yeah, don't lay
Oh
on your
yeah, that
stomach when you're
hurts.
sick.
Yeah, I like twisted on my side, and I was like, oh, this is fine. I'll just
Oh,
cough.
just now?
No, not just now, but like a few days
Oh,
ago. I
because
probably
you know you can
when I was sleeping or
actually.
something.
I've had friends that actually ruptured vertebrae by turning and coughing, and if they don't turn their whole body to cough, they just turn their torso and cough, and the pressure of it bursts their vertebrae.
Whoa.
Break. Yeah, shit, dude.
That's
I'm telling you.
crazy.
Even if it's
Yeah,
sneeze.
I've popped out like a rib from my sternum from sneezing when I was laying on my stomach, and I was kind of like I had my top body lifted up because I was watching TV, so I was like laying on my stomach but watching TV, propped up, so it was like stretched out, and I sneezed, and like the pressure like popped my like a rib
Yep.
out of my sternum, and I was in pain for like 2
I
years. I
bet.
didn't know that that's
Yeah.
what it was, and yeah, like it just anytime I laid on my side, I would wake up with like that whole chest bone, like all those muscles like cramped up. It's horrible. So like finally a masseuse like was like, what the hell? Like she adjusted them for me, and like I've been great ever since. I can't believe I lived that long in pain. So
Hmm.
that's all I
Awesome.
gotta say. Like if you're sick, sneezing, coughing, don't lay on your stomach. Make sure you have a lot of room for your whole like rib cage and stomach to expand like it's supposed to. Painful times for sure. So hopefully you'll feel
But we
better.
we have miraculous bodies. We really do. If we just treat them right, they'll heal themselves. That's just the way it
Hmm.
goes.
And sleep is important for that.
Yeah,
Give your
sleep
body energy to
and
heal.
not stress. Stress is deadly, deadly, deadly.
Yeah. I
It
try to
attacks
I
your
try to
heart.
stay stress free as much as possible.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, you bet. Troll and chat.
Just moderating.
Oh yeah, I'm moderating. My bad. Shouldn't use that troll word.
Yeah, when I'm the devil's advocate, I troll.
yeah, we were talking about like movies and pop culture and stuff too. I like talking about that. You guys know
Yeah,
my playlist a little bit, right?
Yeah, sure.
Um,
I haven't looked at your playlist. I need to like
mm,
I need to troll all our friends more and like look at all their look at everyone's channels because I just like I said, I watch things as they come to me. I'm not the type to like seek out and like people always like want to find like damning material on somebody and they'll like troll like my entire channel and be like you're like subscribed to so and so and so and so, like trying to shame me for something. I'm like, wow, I was like, you really took that time. I was like, as soon as like I left the comment for you, like, oh, I'm doing something else. Like, I don't think about you, dude. Like, I didn't even click on your channel. Like, it never even occurred to me to look at your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, people will just look for anything. But even on a
Yeah.
positive side, I forget to do that also. Like, to investigate or like show interest because I'm just so ADHD. I'm like, oh, on to the next thing.
This guy, I got like a
Nobody's got
30-hour
any content.
playlist. I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
I have
just
playlists
random.
too. You know, yeah. If anybody has any content though, like tell me about it. Don't worry about suggesting anything to me out because I'm happy to take suggestions and look at stuff.
Does Jesus want to come on the chat? Come on the
Oh, I don't know. Jesus, did you want to come on?
Jesus.
Jesus Vargas. Dreambus is like, what's the B, Jesus? I don't know what that means.
Basic.
Oh, what's the B?
He was a ex. He's an ex EMT basic. So
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, what's the B in the EMT?
Yeah.
Now I
Now you see? Oh my gosh, that's great. Where's Crow
I have to
when
go
we need
pee.
him? Write that down, Crow.
I'm like, no, I have to go pee. Sorry. My channel is for balloon fetish.
Oh, balloon. That's great. I think I saw that when I was trying to look for this chat, and I've got like videos with just like about marbles or like videos about throwing pizza dough. I don't know, just like funny things in there, just kind of like layered in to kind of break it up, and some predictive programming. I like that, in movies and stuff when you can find, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
crazy hidden messages. I think that's really fun, and but I think it's important to kind of like just get into the, I don't know, there's like like a really huge amount of indoctrination that we have just with balls. Like
Yeah.
you play with them. I mean, no, I don't mean like testicles or anything, but like
Yes,
just
you do.
bouncing balls, high bounce balls. You got ping pong balls, tennis balls, golf balls, baseballs, basketballs. Football, that's a weird one,
Mhm.
but soccer ball, like they're all we're told we love sports. We love the shape of the object that it's played. I don't know. It's so far down there in what you're suggested. Uh, there's a lot of just globe suggestion, I guess, out there. Globe
Well, it's
persuasion.
not
I don't
even
know
just
what to
like
say.
that. It's pretty overt too. It's not even so
Oh, absolutely.
like yeah. I mean, I had an opportunity to leave a gem of a comment on a health website. I mean, on a health channel. They were just talking about like coconut oil and health stuff and whatnot. But the doctor, the nutrition guy, it was weird. He was saying, well, let's not fall into the trap of, thinking we know more than the doctors, even though what he's saying is we know more than the doctors. That's kind of is what his whole channel point is about. But he brought up the flat Earth, and I thought it was really weird. It's like, well, a long time ago we might have thought it was flat, and our eyes tell us that the sun, moves ahead and that the stars move, and we don't. But we could have, but we were obviously wrong because the things aren't as they appear. And I'm in the comments like, yes, yes, they are. They are as they appear. And I was just like, you guys are here talking about like the medical cartel and blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, these people who control, these medical schools that got started at the turn of the century are the same people who started, the astrophysicists, and they're not real. Their knowledge is not above yours, and just use your mind. You're intelligent. You don't need someone to tell you what to see and what to think. And so I was like, so it's pretty curious, huh? Don't you think that the earth isn't moving, it's not round? And just kind of left it at that. Just dropping hints. But it's definitely brought up way
Yeah,
too much.
I guess that's the frisbee probably should be our big thing then. as flat earthers, right? We can condone that, right?
Sure. I
Uh,
think a frisbee's a good shape. But you know, I mean, we obviously don't know, and I think a circle is a good. I mean, I think there's more proof to have us, you know, as a circular shape.
well, a square frisbee would probably hit you in the head sometime. And,
It'd be pointy, yeah. It would kind of, you know, knock your eye out.
actually, maybe it's not that good because it would suggest that the Earth is spinning when you're throwing the frisbee. I don't know. Forget it. Forget I even said it. Forget it.
How
Oh
about a
man.
tree stump? Tree stumps are stationary. You know, a lot. Yeah, you know, a
But
cut off.
that's not a very fun sport though.
Well, it's. I didn't know it had to be a sport.
Oh no, I'm just you
Oh,
know,
okay. We're saying to replace the balls in sports. I
like
got
if there
you.
was a flat Earth sport, well, what do you think it would be?
Oh, I see.
That didn't
Um,
incorporate a ball.
leapfrog.
Hockey maybe, right? It's a puck.
Leap. I don't know. Just
That's all
going to
right.
go with leapfrog. Like, why do we need any kind of object? We just need our bodies. Did you
I
ever
can
play leapfrog?
I can get behind hockey because it's on a frozen rink. You know, it's funny. I forget what video I was watching, but they said that it's the difference between the well, water freezing or being liquid is 33 degrees. It's liquid. 32 degrees. It's ice. So it's really funny that
Well, 30.
the
Yeah.
isn't that
That's what I
funny?
was gonna say. Well, 32 degrees is freezing, but it's also the melting point. So it's both. It just depends on which way the temperature's going. Is it rising or is it falling? So 32 degrees is both the melting point and the freezing point.
Okay. So, but I'm just saying, like in all of the well, the UN map, right? The UN map only has where there would be liquid water. That's 33 sections, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably an awesome point in someone else's video that they'll make if they ever. I don't know. It's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, we say oh it's 33 sections Freemason, and we throw the gavel down, but like maybe there's a little more to it. Maybe it's not only the obvious stuff. You know.
It's not just Freemasons. They can't just have that number. I mean, we have 33 vertebrae in our body. I mean, it could just very well mean like
Well, they
just
own
humans.
both, right? They own 33 and 32 though. Okay, so you know, because 32
But
is Scottish
13.
Rite, 32 is Scottish Rite, and 33 is Freemason. So. Mm.
I have no idea. Again, I always forget.
Oh,
I don't put.
I'm sorry. I should talk to you guys about like some holistic healing or something,
There you
or
go.
just
Sure,
try to
go
stay more
ahead.
there. I'm used to like just arguing like more technical stuff, I guess.
Oh, I
That's
can be
okay.
technical.
Yeah, Yvette does that real good.
So, yeah, I like the psychological aspect is really fun too. Um, I like earlier tonight. Jeff said something about cognitive dissonance, and I was on the first time I was on a Google Hangout was um, I don't even remember. I don't even remember, but I know Gem Panda was on there, and it was Rob's show. Yeah, it was Rob's show. Uh, he hosted a hangout with Gem Panda, and so I talked to him for a minute, and but I basically tried to address the fact that uh, the globe proponents sometimes just say that we say the same thing over and over and over, and so when I got on the hangout, I kind of just tried to argue outside of all that, you know, and just argue on a purely psychological level because or psychophysiological level. I don't know.
Hmm.
When we're talking about spheres, right? Right. Evolutionarily, we kind of see other people's faces, and it's a big thing for us as creatures to be able to recognize someone else, right? And most of all of us recognize all the people that are around us. But there's kind of like a varying amount of accuracy that we have in being able to take basically what are flat pictures that our brain takes when we see something and translate that neurological data onto someone's facial structure, you know, and be able to know all the like different sides of what someone's face might look like, not just
Hmm.
how they look straight on, but there's this kind of dimensional process that happens in the brain where we actually staple all that together to come up with who that person is, right? And this is how you know that someone is Brad Pitt and not Angelina Jolie. But there are people out there who cannot tell the difference between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie if they met them. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They might be able to tell, like, if they're, well, they'll be able to tell if they're a man or woman, but it's just called facial blindness. And basically, it's like kind of a defect where you just can't remember some, you could not remember what your parents look like or not remember what your girlfriend looks like. So,
Yeah,
because
that's really
that,
weird. I never heard of that.
there's, yeah, I heard about it like a couple of years ago on a podcast called Radio Lab, which may or may not be a good source of information, but it was like a live talk, and they basically did this pretty interesting thing. I think they went like it's like an NPR thing, and they were I think going like city to city, and they were doing this test where they would put up a like either a famous person or somebody that wasn't, and just poll the audience and see who got it right and who got it wrong. Well, a lot of these obvious ones, there were a lot of people that got it wrong, and so here's the thing: is that it's you might think that you're really good with faces, but you might not be as good as you think, right? And the point with the globe is that we have this flat map projection. We have, well, I mean, I'm talking just about standard maps that we grow up with in elementary school. We're taking a flat piece of data, an index, right, and then we're mapping it onto a globe. So there is almost like a similar type of activity, like in knowing what someone's face looks like, is to know what the Earth looks like. To know what the globe looks like, it's just kind of a similar process as far as the brain is concerned, right? And we all have
Hmm.
affection for the place we live, so we put thought into it, and we see commercials all the time with it, and we see it everywhere in advertising and in television, movies, you name it, comic books, print media, like all kinds of stuff. And so it's reinforced, and it's also built on the fact that we love balls everywhere in the world, right? And so and not only that, but like I don't well I don't know. There's like the curves on a woman are pretty. That's pretty much genetic in a guy. Like guys have a wandering eye problem sometimes. Um, we like curves. Uh, that's for real, right? Um,
Right.
that's sexual drive. That's health. I don't know. So
Well,
see,
it's just an aesthetic too. Like the eye just likes to follow a curve, like just a straight line. It's almost like blinding. It's like that whole perspective thing. Even at infinity, the parallel lines converge. And if you're like even just like driving, say, I mean, you can fall asleep. I mean, that's not. It's like hypnotizing almost. And so having something to look at, for your eyes to wander. I mean, that keeps your brain engaged. And so
mhm.
our brains, want that more than anything. It wants to find patterns and it wants to find anything familiar for it just input. It's all raw data
Sure.
for our brain,
Yeah,
anything we
if
look
it's
at.
a CD or if it's a vinyl, it's round. Like it's just a lot of whatever. It's a lot of it's mechanical and functional. There's a reason for the shape of things, but um,
Hmm.
I want to just like finish up on the point of the cognitive dissonance and the ability to map, and imagine what the Earth looks like as a ball. When when that's ripped away from you and you basically have this almost like a person image in your head of what the earth is, and someone tells you that's not that, that's where cognitive dissonance begins. Either you're going to have such a strong reaction to where you're going to be like, no, 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 the earth cannot be flat. The earth, no, no, the earth is a ball. Okay.
Hmm.
You're going to have that reaction, or you're going to be like, I don't have such a strong attachment to this as an image in my mind, and I'm okay with adapting it to something else. But I think that's a lot of the places where people can just kind of be, they could be educated. Um, they may even have degrees, like in sciences that pertain to this or the study of this, possibly. And the identity of what the Earth is to them, your brain is processing it like it's a person's face. I think so. I think that's a lot of where the emotional breaks start to happen because you actually have, since you're using similar networks in your brain of where to process this, you're then like, it's almost like, yeah, it's like losing somebody out of your social circle, you know. that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could probably feel like someone's dying and you can't let it go. As for me, you hit the nail on the head, like describing me. I had no emotional attachment to the shape of the earth. I was just like, oh, okay, And so when I learned about like the deception and the lies, I didn't just jump into it head first, but it's like I almost did know immediately as soon as I even heard it suggested because I did just kind of run through every aspect of my brain, going over what I had learned and like, well, what do I really know? And I had already been on the process of discovering all the deception. I was actively seeking out, just the word hoax or debunk at the end of everything that I thought I knew. I was like, okay, you know, so hollow hoax, So I'm like going down that journey. And I'm looking up vaccines. I'm looking up everything: the school system, doctors, politics, government, and evolution, science. And oh, there I was. There I ended up with flat Earth, And it was like, oh, okay, well, totally fine with that. It was not.
Yeah, I didn't.
I couldn't even see it
I
was
didn't
even
have the same.
shocking. Sorry, go ahead.
What's
How
up?
did you react to it?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll get better at that next time. I don't know. Try to be a little more chill
It's
about it.
a
Anyway,
feel.
it's a feel. It's a feel. Give me a minute. I need at least one podcast to figure it out. The what were we talking about?
Oh, I was just asking, how did you feel about it? Like, because a lot of people tend to be angry. It's like they lied to us, and they can't let that
uh,
go. But
hmm.
they've accepted that it's flat. So
Well,
it's not a cognitive dissonance, but it's anger.
yeah,
It's quite kind of like the grieving steps, like the 12 steps of grieving.
that's true. Yeah, there are a lot of people that feel that way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
I
was just
think you.
wondering how you felt.
How did I feel? Like initially, no, I wasn't like upset. I was kind of grateful that the knowledge was put out there a little bit, or that it was yeah. Um, yeah, I don't know about. Is it my cat? I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't have a bad reaction to it, but I'll tell you, like a lot of things didn't really. There were a lot of wrinkles in it for me, so I needed to kind of figure those things out because of the values that I placed on the science that I was told was valid. So I watched, channels like Jeranism are pretty good for that. For a person like me, that was kind of nice. I actually uh, started to kind of get a little more interested when I started seeing like new channels pop up, and yeah, it's been like a long search, and then what I'm trying to like figure out like what what's with the gravity, what's with the sun, what's with the moon. I try to like be able to answer those for at least a placeholder answer, maybe not like the right answer, but I think that's why I kind of react poorly to some people who will say like, yeah, don't try to come up with your own model, dipshit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like
Hmm.
that kind of like hitting you in the head with a hammer kind of act is no good. It doesn't do any. Nobody will do anything. They'll just be like, and then we'll be like dumber for it, like not using our own minds. Because I think like I've gotten a little smarter, having like learned a lot of things I never thought that I would learn at all, or be able to even grasp. So,
Absolutely, and that's like the part of the psyop. I think it's like, oh, you want to halt thinking, you want us to be divisive, you want us to not do that. Like anytime somebody tells me not to do something, red flags go up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm gonna do what I want. Sorry, if you don't like it, get the hell out of here.
Mm.
But don't tell me what to do, or anybody for that matter. Don't tell anybody what to do. You know.
you can give people like friendly advice or guidelines, but if you're gonna step up like you're the general of the flat Earth movement or something like that, uh, you're dreaming. You can't even reach enough people to, I don't know, whatever. This whole thing is not going to come to any kind of skirmish at all, uh, physically. If this is like something that grows, it's going to be because it's an organic happening, a real thing, and um, it'll just be a preponderance of people knowing it, or you know, the 51% mark
That's
hits.
organic. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the organic. Yeah, you guys love that.
No. I meant that the
I know.
movement is definitely, it's not a psyop that like everybody's in it. You know, I think it's
Yeah.
grown organically. You know, people have come onto it on their own, either through the increase in videos if they're on YouTube, or you know, the increase of people mentioning it, because people weren't mentioning it, you know, a year and a half ago. And so, I mean, that's what caught my ear, because I was watching like Alex Jones and stuff, and I saw like, I think I saw somebody else's video where they used the clip, and I was like, wait, what? And I keep telling people, I was drunk the night that I saw it, and I like to watch videos. I'm like, what was that? And like, I need to look into that. Like, I need to look that up. You know, it was on my list. Flat Earth, you know. But then the next day I woke up and I couldn't remember, and I'm like, there was something I wanted to look up, and I'm like, what was that? And so like a week later, I finally, oh yeah, you know, remembered and looked it up, and so.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I didn't feel it was like in my face,
Yeah.
and I felt like
Yeah.
I was all on my own. You know, I went on my own to look into it. So, yeah, organic.
Yeah,
That's her.
yeah, no, so but organic growth, right? So like that increases and these videos trickle in every day and Flat Earth outweighs NASA vids now and I heard Jeff saying that was a great way to kind of look at it because I think the you know the Google Analytics is a little slow on the uptick right now or they're messing with it or they're auditing it. I don't know what's happening with it, but it doesn't seem to accurately reflect the kind of dynamism that this movement has, and I don't think we should be too quick to kind of judge it based on computer analytics, maybe.
Oh,
But
absolutely. I mean, I think people who have been keeping an eye on it know how much it's growing. So, like, I don't think anybody's like life is hinging on that number. You know, like how come it hasn't gone up? You know, like
I
from
mean,
4 million, that blew me away when it finally hit the million mark, and then it was like what? Like, and then it's increasing exponentially, no doubt about it.
yeah, and the length of time that well, it took me like let's say over a year to really put things together. Like that's how long the cycle of at least how I don't know whatever. Some people are going to be like instantly into it, and some people might not sign on to it fully for a while. But you can wander around this like an ant colony, right? Like the you know ants can stay in the center of the colony for a long time before they ever go out into the world, right? So
Mm-hmm.
um, the
I like that analogy.
the amount of people that will be in the you know inside of it for a while, it keeps growing because it takes you a while to get through it, you know. And so that's why there's going to still be more and more people that will be into it at the same time. So we have like a pretty awesome opportunity here to like welcome those people that are new to it and to be able to like you know do things like what you guys do every night. You know to make community happen. And you know the women are really important in this because you know I think women kind of build society in a sense, like community. Um, and guys will just go fist fight each other. Women women don't tend to do that. You know, it's just a difference in how we socially interact. You know, and um, together all of it is just going to knit together like a pretty. It could be a real move, a real thing. You know. With everyone going with it, and it should be something that's like kind of based in you know humanism, like you know, it's about people.
Yeah, just
It's
human
about
nature.
it's about like
Yeah.
it's about some of it is about the right to like know where we are. Um, the right to know. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of almost like should be Bill of Rights kinds of things. You know, that should have been written in there. Like you have the right to know where you fucking live. You have the right to know the shape of your
Right,
place.
I agree
Who,
with
you know,
that. It's like the human condition, you know, it's probably a good word for it too, because it's, you know, that whole bit of like our souls that have that natural law just ingrained within us, you know, what is right and what is wrong. And we know inherently, you know, and so we know it's wrong to have been deceived for so long, and we also know that it's wrong that this bullying happens, you know, this intellectual bullying and shaming, And so I think a lot of people are, becoming flat earthers, but
Yeah.
aren't
I mean,
coming out.
I have
That's
kind
why
of a
I
sympathy.
think this like provides like a safe environment, and like I want that to be seen, felt, and kind of known also. And it's like you said, it's like going to a bar is not scary. But, it shouldn't be scary anyway. And
If
so
you walk in a
yeah,
bar
I
and
think
two
that
people
people
are
should
shouting
be.
at each other,
Yeah,
if
like yeah, if it's like a brawl for you could see it from the street in through the windows, like
it's
nobody's
like,
gonna
oh,
want to
I
go
don't
in
know,
that
maybe we'll go
bar.
down the street, honey.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the other bar, not Cheers.
Well, I
But
like
yeah,
this
it's
is
a
this
safe
is kind of like
environment.
flat Earth cheers. I like that kind of that's a good equation for how this feels. Um, as a as as a show, as a happening, as a community or whatever.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be
Yeah.
getting pretty late for you now, huh? 4 o'clock.
Yeah, but I just want, yeah, just to finish up, like, yeah, there's definitely like a whole wave of people, wave after wave of people are going to come into this, and they'll be into it. So I think we have like kind of years to play with this. I think, and let's make it count. Like let's welcome people into to a good environment. Let's not let them walk into a minefield of what kind of it was. I think it's kind of cleaning itself up. I think
Yeah.
all the channel content providers. This is a content provider network you guys have. Um, it's you guys are wising up to where the the game is right now, I guess. So that's a step in the right direction. Everybody's trying to like moderate their conversations more, and we need
Mhm.
to try to like extend civil discourse to these people because um, there's a lot of people that are probably in like doctoral courses right now or going for their PhD, and maybe like being like buying into flat Earth would just like upset them so that they maybe couldn't even complete what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like it can have an impact on people. So I think there's a natural kind of meniscus on the brain that's like not letting too much through. So um, when you can you can't fight that fight or flight response with uh, we gotta take them down. We gotta
Mhm.
you can't drill it in someone's head. You can talk calmly on a video and try to explain things, and that's all you can do. But as a if you're a flat earther, I buy into the Patricia Steer Love Fest or whoever came up with it. It's a good concept. It'll work too because, and it's almost like a necessary thing because we don't want to have angry dissenting people that are going to cause a ruckus in the real world when they're upset or something. You don't want to promote like fear, like conspiracy videos might. You don't want. This is like it, it just doesn't belong in here. And I think Flat Earth is going to find its own kind of mode to kind of work in, at some point, and it'll just keep refining itself because it has
Right.
to.
Yeah, I mean that's how, civilizations grow, or normally there's going to be the troublemakers, and society will take care of them. I mean, we don't have to do any like grand show of it, to like say out or do anything to anybody. I mean, people will just naturally take care of it as a whole. It's kind of like if there was like a zombie ant, in the colony, like the other ants are just going to kill it and get rid of it. But like we can do that same thing by just ignoring the people, ignoring the behavior, ignoring the energy. We could have trolls come on and blah blah blah, and and everyone could just completely ignore them, completely, and they're just gonna die. They're just gonna go away because they're not getting what they want. They're gonna starve.
Well,
And
yeah.
and us as a community, like we don't have to make any grand conspiracies to get rid of anyone, or what I mean. Like just if we don't like a certain behavior, you just start ignoring it. Maybe say something to that person. you know, I don't like what you're doing or saying. I'm not going to support that.
Well, it's
And then people will
I
follow
love
lead.
there's like a lot of different videos which refer to like the Wizard of Oz or the Man Behind the Curtain and these kinds of things.
Mhm.
You would love it for to be that simple. It isn't. It's someone who you could never place who's at fault for doing all this. Somebody long gone that buried the secrets with them, and
Mhm.
so there's reach out for blame. I mean, you know, demand better of your government agencies if you wish, but um, you're not going to force anybody. This is for just the passive resistance of community within this kind of taboo subject. Just
Mhm.
to be able to create friends and talk about this kind of stuff is uh it's enough. I think. I don't know why I believe it's enough, but I think just like you can't account for some. You know why I think it's enough? I'll tell you why I think it's enough. It's enough because there are things that happen in relationships and friendships that you cannot predict and you cannot quantify that. So like if you have some kind of like crazy plan to like set things straight, you know what I mean? It's you can't account for all ends, but millions of people that are awakened to this. I don't know how you could. I don't know what you could do to combat that. So our best defense, our best plan of attack is just really to be like civil to each other, to promote the discourse. I mean, just to be. I don't know. I want to say it's boring. I mean, a lot of people want like adventure in this or something like that, but it's an adventure just to learn all this stuff. And so I don't know. I think I said my piece on it. I think I put
Yeah.
my
Well,
thing
I
down.
think I could sum it up. Like, I think this is beneficial because it's like a pressure release valve. Because we do have a lot of stuff pent up, ideas, things that you need to be able to bounce these things off another person, off another human being, because we're just going to drive ourselves mad if we can't do that.
Yeah, and
And
we don't tend to have a lot of people around us that support us. That's why this is important.
exactly, exactly. And it, like you said, also, Snack, that it's important to have the discourse to encourage it and to not stifle it. Um, to tell people what they can and can't talk about, I think is ridiculous. But I think sometimes somebody might say something and it might have seemed like a good idea, but it's kind of like you need to say it out loud to realize, you know what, that was not a good idea. I'm not going to keep trying to push it, let's just move on to something else. But you know what I mean? Like sometimes you don't even have to do anything, you just have to talk about it. And it settles itself, it takes care of itself. And that need for the brain to have like a resolution.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think a lot of I think some of it is like, can you find somebody into flat Earth? If I mean, let's say you're new to it. If you find somebody that's into flat Earth that kind of you feel like you might know that kind of person, or you know what I mean, you can identify with them. It
Mhm.
makes it a lot easier because I mean, yeah, I see why certain people are popular in this movement, and I see even if I don't agree with them, like I understand why other people identify with them, and it's important when you can like find a chord and you can find like somebody like yourself out there that yeah, it just helps so much because you don't feel like you're going nuts. You don't feel like I mean, I was talking to Shackleton or whatever in one of the chats, and I know he's he can be kind of a little bit caustic for you guys, but I was talking to him about music, and I haven't seen him since. I don't know. It's like I talked to him about music, and I was like, oh, this guy isn't like the shill that I think he is. He's just a regular dude that likes music, like me, and that I think in that moment, even though I was like, what did I just do? Did I just make friends with a troll? Like I'm not sure what happened, but
I'm friends
I
with
was like,
people.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't like siding with him, but like I kind of just out of the discourse of being like a regular person to him, like I think it that was effective in one way or another. So
Well, yeah, I think people have this whole idea that we have to, like, if you're friends with someone, that means you believe what they believe, and that's not it at all. Like, I can be friends with people who believe complete opposite of what I believe, but you know what? They're cool, and I'm not here to convert anybody. I let people do that on their own. Like, if people want to change, they're going to change on their own. I mean, nobody can
Yeah.
change anyone anyway.
No,
So
No, that's right.
I just accept people for who they are.
Yep.
awesome. Yeah, it's like that's totally the way to go though. If you try to force information at somebody, the likelihood is they'll reject it, obviously, and you know,
Yeah, they'll reject it even. It'll be even more difficult for them to come around eventually because now they're going to see it as a weakness, like they gave in. You know what I mean? And it's like their own personal goal now to not believe what you're saying. And so
mhm,
that's why it should never be pushed on anyone ever, because that would just be like the total opposite of what we want to happen. Just the wrong approach.
mhm, yeah. Yeah, I think you guys have totally proven that you're like a real, there's nothing manufactured about, that whatever this chat I guess started from Aces Hangout, and there's nothing manufactured about you guys at all. And Conk was saying earlier that he was like kind of regretting things that had happened because he thought they could whatever use it against you or something like that. But um, I think it almost validates that you're just regular people. Also, just talking. This is how people really talk at different places. And
Yeah, people fight. I mean, people have disagreements, but you know what? They get over it, and then we, say our sorry, and we just move on. I mean, this is how people communicate in the real world, especially families. Families
Yeah.
fight all the time, but you still have to
Hell
sit at the
yeah.
dinner table with them. So
Yeah.
it helps to get it out, especially when you're frustrated or somebody's um, making you mad and they're just being oblivious to maybe the disrespect that they're showing. Because
yeah, you
I
know
mean,
what?
people are oblivious. People aren't aware of their
They don't
effect on other
have the
people.
filters. That's right. They don't understand
It's
it.
not even the filters, because I don't have the filters, but I know what effect I'm
Yeah,
having.
I don't
I'm
have the
not blind.
filters either. Yeah.
Because I'm not blind, I'm very aware. If I see something and I see a facial expression, I'm like, oh, but
Yeah.
some people just aren't. They don't
Right.
catch on to any of these social cues. And
Well, it's
so
hard to see
you're
a
eventually
facial
going to blow up on them.
over the
They're going to get
computer.
blown up on. We just get
Yeah.
past that point of like tolerance. You just can't tolerate the bullshit anymore, and someone needs to set that person straight. It's like a child. Like, no, this isn't acceptable. That's what I mean. Also, by society will come in and correct the behavior or take care of the problem.
Yeah, yeah. Just that's only going to happen if people are allowed to, believe what they believe and grow with it. And you need to have an open architecture for that. You can't say thou shalt not think this, and yeah. So just keeping it open is the best thing to going right now. So
Absolutely,
Yeah.
with no agenda.
Yeah.
well, you have a lot of different viewpoints. So I mean, how is I don't know. It'd be so. I don't know. I think it's
I,
just whatever.
that's right. And everybody's so different, and we all see things so just completely different. So
Yeah, culturally too. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's just an
like Itmar would
acceptance.
see something, a completely different way than,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like
yeah.
just getting to know people and where they're coming from. It's just that's what it's all about.
hmm That's why everyone should have a chance to give their two
Vent.
cents or their
Yep.
ideas,
Yep.
Hey, I had this thought today. They need some place to be able to put that thought out.
Yeah, and not be belittled or berated or made to look
Or,
stupid
yeah.
for it, you know,
hmm Or ignored
or
and
ignored.
talked
Yeah,
over. Yeah.
because
Yeah,
ignored and is damaging to being
hmm
ignored.
that's awesome. Well, I just wanted to like jump on here and talk to you guys for a little bit tonight, and that was pretty awesome.
Well,
You
thank you
know,
very much for doing that because maybe now more people will, get a little courage because they saw that nothing happened to you. You didn't get your head bitten off, and
well, I'll tell you
nobody's
what, like
laughing.
I would have been a little afraid to just jump on if like Conk was on here, but that was but tonight really showed me something like he's got a willingness to like do this the right way, right? I don't know. It's the only chance we really have at we only I don't know. We only have now
Yeah, now
to
to
be where
create
we're at. I don't
where we
I
want
don't
to
know how to say
be.
it. It's like
We have
look,
now to create where
go,
we want to be.
you know. And let me just can I say something to Healthy Skeptic about the Max Egan thing?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Let me just read his comments. Okay, yeah. All right. So Max Egan, like I never followed him. I've never seen any of his videos, but I watched the debate with Bob and Journalism, and I feel like Max wasn't really. He kind of maybe he didn't really commit to the whole conversation in the way that other people hoped he would, maybe. But I found that his whole his whole demeanor kind of to be a little disingenuous about answering questions, maybe just like being straightforward in his answers, and with like kind of like a he'd refute everything, saying something was a circular argument, and that got tiresome. I guess this has been covered already, but I think it was a kind of a big turning point because he was kind of soundly uh, I don't know handled. Like anything he said, it didn't really have much weight on the matter, and I also feel like he wasn't trying to be controversial too damn much. Like he was just trying to say, "Oh, it's a wash. Like you don't have proof. We don't have proof. Blah blah blah. Let's go on. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about real world political military situations or something like that." And I guess there is that you know freedoms being reduced or things like that. I might not agree with. I mean, I have my own viewpoints as far as how that all works, but so I can't really speak to Max's standpoint on that. But you got anything to say about that, Healthy Skeptic? Or I don't want to like spend a million years on this. Um, the yeah yeah he was just very like dismissive about the whole thing, and that's what it was. But I think like the highlight of the episode is probably after the interview, um, and just kind of hearing some of Bob's thoughts about the community as a whole were interesting. And I'd suggest that even if you don't really want to watch the Max Egan interview, if you just like back up from the end of that Glowbusters episode, it's interesting to hear what's being talked about. I think, and I don't know. I guess it's. I don't want to be a dead horse here. You didn't know. Uh, yeah. 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 I guess basically that was sort of where it was difficult to. Okay, so Healthy Skeptic is saying, I agree he was dismissive. He wants to believe his specialists and not agree with anyone else's opinions. And, like Mark's videos pretty much, his specialists are pretty numerous and his interviews are pretty lengthy. So, that should have really been, I mean, I guess that was like you know, if you want to hit the panic button, I guess they could have brought out Mark Sargent. But I thought Bob made a lot of strong points against Max's view on the flat Earth, and it was odd also because at the end of it, Max gave some video. He put out some video that I think probably disproved the whole Australia to Santiago, Chile flight or something, or New Zealand. I don't know which airport he left from, but that seemed to be like he tossed them a I don't know. Did you get know Cynthia or you guys
Yeah,
didn't watch it? Did you watch it or no?
I watched it, but I left. I didn't watch the ending of it, and it was it just It was a circle jerk, and that's where I like to leave it.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like Flat Earth kind of won pretty good that night, and that
Chat was banging. I like to follow
whew,
Chat. Chat
man,
was banging. So
I would definitely chalk that one as a win for Flat Earth because
yeah,
if these Globers can't even bother to do their homework, well, they're not going to get an A on the test. They're going to get a big fat F. And if that's how everyone approaches the Flat Earth, then that just tells me there's nothing for them to learn. There's nothing
yeah. Then why even come
about the
on to
globe,
it?
like they
Yeah,
can't prove it. And so they want to dismiss the flat earth now and say they're like, "Oh, I don't even care." Well, I think you do care, Max. I think you care a lot, and I think it's bullshit that you're going to
yeah,
come on here and say you don't believe anything NASA has done or said,
right.
but you're going to stand behind their picture of the earth. Like, there's what? I don't understand. It's just bold-faced lying. It's ridiculous, and everybody can see right through it. And he came out with the yelling and the name calling, and and everybody and Bob and
and the
Jared
noise
kept their
making.
cool. Yeah, and they kept their cool, and they totally called him out on all this stuff. And people who are saying that they're being like these ass kissing sycophants, it's like no. I think they know how to get their point across without being rude, obnoxious, yelling, buffoons. They
Buffoons.
Mhm.
yeah, they were able to say their
Yay,
point
Santos.
elegantly.
Mhm.
They were able to keep their cool
Mhm.
and just be like, okay, I agree. And this is how people are supposed to talk, It's like you find something positive to say about what they said, and then you do the criticism, and then you wrap it up in a nice, compliment. This is what they teach you how to talk to people. You don't have to come out and start insulting people's mothers, because that just shows
Mhm.
that you don't have a good argument.
Well, yeah. It's difficult sometimes to remain respectful to someone when they're just kind of twisting away from answering something. But I think they did a pretty good job of staying like on point with him, and yeah, it was awesome to watch it. I'll say I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I definitely had. I want to go back and listen to it because I started having like major buffering problems, and it was
Mm,
getting really frustrating. But I think I caught like every time it did start working and streaming well, I felt like I caught like the highlights, like the best parts, like when when Jared went off and Max actually at the end of it was like, I agree with everything you just said, and it's like right on, like to me these are wins for the Slaughters because nobody said I agree with everything you said, Max Egan. Like nobody said that because he wasn't saying agreeable things or factual things
yeah.
and
I don't know
very
what to say. Like, I
yeah.
think I wonder if his audience would follow him if he was like, yeah, the Earth's flat. Like, I wonder if like he might lose a lot of a chunk of his viewers, possibly.
Well, he
It's
was
a
trying to
big
definitely
shift to make.
criticize. Yeah, well, he was trying to criticize our community
Hi,
and the way
Crow.
we appear from comments or whatever. But I said in chat even, I was like, well, all he has to do is look in this chat. Look at everyone who is here for Jared and Bob, and I don't see anyone in here for Max. Where's your family, Max? What makes your side so great? That you're gonna like demean and like disparage the flat earth community. Like we're awesome. Like we're here all together, all the clicks, like all the clicks
Yeah,
were there. And that's not to say like a bad thing because clicks happen. It's like you find the people you relate to the most and that's
yeah,
who
that
you
you
become friends
resonate
with.
with, man. It's
hmm
resonating.
And that's
Yeah.
fine, but we were all there. It wasn't just one click. We were all there.
Yep.
Yeah, I only listened to
Um,
10 minutes of that and I was done. I really that because that guy was just you could tell by his demeanor and his voice that he was just not into it. So I just left.
yeah,
Yeah, and I wanted to,
I need to go
have
back.
a yeah, maybe I missed something interesting, but I just felt like he was reluctantly just fighting. He was just fighting. You don't put words in my mouth. Don't put my words in my like whatever, dude.
It's like we don't have to. You're saying
Yeah,
enough.
we're trying to, just because he made a point, and I'll say no, 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 no. I didn't say that. But it was interesting,
How's your headache?
guys. It's there. No salt for me.
What does he want us
Well,
to show the sound of silence?
No, I'm scared. I'm not a good singer.
you need salt
I
for your
think you do
brain.
all right. I think you do pretty damn good.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
Well, I don't know.
you were in chat saying sound of silence, so I thought maybe you wanted to.
I don't know.
Are you just here to help us close out the show?
Oh, you going to bed already?
No, I don't know. I mean, everyone's saying they're sleepy, and
Yeah.
I don't like to necessarily beleaguer things like just because it can run for 8 hours, we don't have to
Well,
sit here humming and hawing for 4.
yeah. I could go to sleep. I have to wake up with the sun.
Yeah, there you go. I would like to definitely start waking up earlier.
Yeah.
I'm usually going to bed at 6 when the sun's coming up, so
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. Well, I think I think I'll just close it on that note.
All right.
And say
Well,
good
thanks
night.
for
Thank
coming
you
on,
again,
Snack.
Snack.
And
Nice
Crow,
to
thanks
meeting
for
you,
your
Snack.
video. It was awesome.
What video? Oh,
The
yeah, this
Put
morning.
some weight on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking, I already,
Crow's already gone. He's like,
yeah,
I'm moving on.
I'm sound of silence right now, like another world. Alrighty, I'm
All
gonna
right.
check out that compass on the globe thing. See how it's going.
Thanks for hosting chat, Yvette.
Nice meeting
Oh,
you,
you're
Snack.
welcome.
Nice
Thank you all
meeting
for
you too,
joining
Crow.
me.
All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, BK.
Good night, everybody in
Ma,
Good night,
chat.
Sam. Good night, Yvette.
Iron,
Good
Good
night.
night, guys. Love
Raven.
y'all.
Good night.
Yep.
Take care.
Peace
Love
out.
y'all.
All right, later.
Good night, Crow. Bye bye.